Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the JK Podcast. I'm Ken O'Connor.
I'm Josh Brandman.
And this is the only podcast on the internet that thinks Ubisoft and EA won E3.
JK.
Oh, yeah. How you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. How you doing, Ken?
Doing very well, thanks. Yes, everyone, welcome back to the JK Podcast. This is our weekly podcast where me and Josh talk about the shit that we care about.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys somewhat care, so that's why you're listening. Yeah.
And if you don't, please leave. Well, stay, but...
No, try and, feel us out, you know.
Don't feel me. You can feel Josh if you want, but just don't feel me. I'm very soft.
You feel me? You feel me?
You feel me, bro? You feel me, bro?
Yeah. There's actually a guy years ago that used to then take that to the next level, and he was like, "You smell me?" I was like, "What?"
You taste me, bro? You taste me?
It's like some random guy in one of my bowling leagues. I'm like, all right, that's interesting.
Okay, that's weird.
He didn't say it to no, he didn't say it to me, but I heard him saying it to people. I was like, all right.
I thought that was like an online thing you were talking about, not like someone IRL.
No, the guy literally was. Yeah, so take that for what it is.
Yes.
Anyway, so.
All right.
Now I'm trying to think what you actually mentioned. No, you didn't mention it. So, today's theme, Ken?
E3.
What is E3? No, okay.
Well, in our last episode, we talked about all the pre-E3 discussions and rumors and topics and yada yada.
Yep.
And as of today, June 20th at 4:22 p.m., E3 is officially over, and we have a lot to talk about.
We didn't even go, and we have a lot to talk about.
Honestly, at this point, I think the conferences have gotten so good, streaming wise, that
I know.
The only thing about going to E3 is actually getting to try some of the demos.
That's the thing, because, people always say that with, sporting events and whatnot. It's like, I can see it better at home, which, honestly is true, usually.
Yeah. I would love to go one year just to say, I went to E3 finally, but, I felt pretty well covered throughout the entire week.
Yeah, I was even working and stuff. I was like, you know what, I have, a couple seconds. Let me just check what's going on. And, I'm watching, whatever going on and showing some game. And, I still feel involved, yet I'm completely doing something else. So, I like the accessibility.
Yeah,
but so now, we're gonna go into depth on whatever, right? All the different.
Yeah,
things.
we're gonna go conference by conference. We're gonna go through everything. We're not gonna talk about every single game, just the stuff that really
stands out,
us.
Yeah. Or stands out in a bad way too.
Yeah, because there was a lot of bad among the good. But before we begin that, Josh, did you watch Steven Universe all this week?
I didn't finish the last few, so I don't.
Okay. But for those of you out there who listen to our Steven Universe cast or still like Steven Universe, this week was probably the best week of episodes, ever. They released one episode a night for 5 days straight. Each episode, besides maybe the second one, were, beyond amazing.
Now, Ken, that's just, are they starting the new season now all of a sudden, or?
No. Season 2 started right after the ship crashed in the season finale. They just finally took the time to update the intro and,
Yeah, but, they're not starting a whole new thing. This is just, a random...
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but okay.
It's the same way Adventure Time does it. They'll have, oh, here's a month full of episodes, and then, oh, nothing for a month. And then, oh, it's back.
I still don't get that, but...
It's Cartoon Network. They're weird that way.
All right.
But yeah, so for all our Steven Universe fans out there, this week was amazing. We have a new intro. We saw a new fusion. Lots of good stuff.
Ooh.
Did you see the new fusion?
No.
Oh, Joshy. New fusion.
Save it.
All right, well, without further ado, let's jump right into E3 talk.
Yeah.
All right, now, Joshy, did you watch the Bethesda conference?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
Pretty good. People were saying the whole, oh my god, Bethesda won the whole thing.
Bethesda kicked it off in the best way, honestly. The whole Fallout 4 announcement that night, really okay, I've played Fallout 3, wasn't a big fan, accidentally destroyed the first town in my first playthrough of the game and quit because I couldn't progress because I destroyed the town. So I didn't really care about the Fallout series at all. Fallout 4 looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Except people were complaining that then when they showed off the game again, they showed the same exact
Well, that's the
demo.
thing. Microsoft, during Microsoft's conference, they're like, oh, let's show off Fallout 4. And it's really literally the same guy with the exact same footage, just not explained as well.
Yeah, well, I could understand it, though, because the company is thinking, maybe they didn't get to watch our special thing, but everyone's gonna watch this one, so they
Well,
try
yeah,
it. So
this was the first time Bethesda ever had a conference on
exactly.
their own. So they showed off Fallout 4, which looked amazing. They
Yeah.
showed off the new Doom game, which again looked amazing. I've never played Doom before, but that looked
Me neither, but yeah, I
beautiful.
mean, it looked pretty good.
They announced Dishonored 2, which looks incredible, and they're also remastering the first Dishonored for PS4 to come out in August. So you play the first one on PS4, then you play the second one, and those games look great as well. I played a little bit of the first one, never finished it, but I'm going to definitely go back to play the definitive edition.
Okay.
And then they also released a little mobile game called Fallout Shelter, which I downloaded the night of, and it's extremely fun.
I downloaded it. I just it didn't do it for me.
It's like Farmville without the waiting.
Yeah, but like
Everything is instant.
I couldn't figure out the whole preference thing and what the things were, and I'm like, you know what? Honestly, I don't care too much about it. But
Really, the easiest way of doing it is pick up a person and drag them over each of the rooms. Whichever gives you the biggest like plus whatever, drop them in there. Like you don't even have to like check. Like if I held a girl over 0, it's like okay, she doesn't like this room. Oh, she's +2 in this room. Drag her over here. That's worked really well so far.
well, it's a free app, right?
Yep.
Still.
Yep. Free app.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to try it, it's out there. I don't know if it's for Android and everything, but
Nope. Only for iOS so far.
ooh.
Yeah.
So for all you hipsters out there, I'm sorry, but that's the thing. One of my friends, he's always like the classic like hipster wannabe with things. He was like, guys, I need a new phone that's not an iPhone. I'm like, uh, I'm like, I don't know, go for a Windows phone. I'm like, that's pretty hipster. Or go to a Razer phone. Did you ever have a Razer phone, Ken?
No, I did not. My brother
Really?
did.
Ah,
Yeah.
I mean, I never did.
I just had 2 crappy like Sprint flip phones, and then when AT&T announced the iPhone, I switched carriers and got the first iPhone.
I mean, I remember that. That great memories with that iPhone.
I was like the only one in our school who had an iPhone for the longest time. I felt
Yeah,
so
man.
cool.
I felt like I was like that groupie. No. It's
You
like
definitely were.
I know that guy. I can have access to that.
All right, back to Bethesda.
Yeah, anyway.
Just like little details in Fallout 4, like the character customization screen. How like you start off with like a guy looking into like the mirror of your bathroom, and then you can just change. There's no like sliders. You can just change every individual feature of the face. And if you switch to the wife and you change her features, and whoever you leave the bathroom, you become that character. So you can
Yeah.
play as male or female, which I thought was really cool. There's a really funny comic online though, where the wife walks into the bathroom, like, "Hey, honey, what you doing?" He's like, "Oh, just freshening up," and he's changing like ethnicities and hairstyles like really like quickly, like out of nowhere, and she's like freaking out.
Yeah.
There's like a Minecraft-esque crafting system in the game, where you can like find like glass bottles or pieces of scrap metal, break that down for like glass and metal, and build up like forts and stuff like that. You got a dog character who they have confirmed the dog will not die in the story mode. Because everyone was freaking out about that. The dog will not die.
That was a sad time. I remember that.
Yes. They announced the Fallout 4 Collector's Edition, which comes with a Pip-Boy you can actually put on your wrist and control the game with.
Well, okay, I know you're getting that.
I tried. It's like unavailable everywhere.
Oh,
So I'm waiting for like it to go back up in stock somewhere.
okay.
Or I may have a friend who bought a second one that I can just buy off him.
So he bought a second one.
I know he bought a second one.
Now it's the whole please, please, please sell me it.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
But yeah, just everything about Fallout 4 looks amazing. And it's out this year. It's out in November, which I think that Fallout 4 will be Game of the Year this year. Maybe not my Game of the Year, but definitely I think like overall Game of the Year.
Now, did Fallout 3 win Game of the Year?
From what I remember, yes. New Vegas did not, but I think Fallout 3 was like amazingly critically acclaimed.
That's what I thought. Because I think then the year prior was like the Elder Scrolls 4.
Yeah.
I think Fallout actually took it. Let me just check. Yeah, Game of the Year. Yep.
Yeah, when Bethesda makes a game, they definitely go all the way.
That was the thing. So I think it was kind of cool this year where like more people were trying to have their own little conference instead of just like, here's our material and give it to like the major ones.
Yeah, usually we just have the big 3 and then maybe EA and Ubisoft. We had like a bunch of different people coming out of the woodwork.
And there was even that whole PC gaming show thing.
Did you watch? Oh, we'll talk about that. But did you watch that?
I watched part of it. I didn't honestly watch all of it.
Okay.
But
Well,
I just know that Twitch chat was filled with Gabe N.
Yeah. Yes.
I was like, come on.
Well, any other thoughts about Bethesda before we move on to Microsoft?
Not really. I mean, it looked good.
It was a good conference. Again, they showed a lot of good stuff. It was good. It was entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it went well.
The only thing funny I thought was did we talk about the Dishonored 2 leak last week?
No.
Before the week before E3, Bethesda was practicing their conference on stage, and they were practicing their Twitch settings. So when they streamed their presentation, they could like see how it looked on Twitch. Mm-hmm. So they streamed the video and they got the okay, and they thought they shut it down. They shut down the video and not the audio. So Twitch was still streaming their audio, and the guys who announced Dishonored 2 came out and like practiced their speech announcing Dishonored 2. And then all of a sudden you hear someone like, "Guys, you're still on the air! Stop talking! Stop talking!" And then you just hear, "Oh shit," and then it cuts out. So we had Dishonored 2 spoiled for us before the conference, but it still looked fantastic.
That would have been cool if that was a really elaborate thing.
Oh,
just be like, "No, we're not coming out with that one."
Well, it was funny when they were doing their conference. They said, "Okay, we're all done for the day," and they walked off. Wait, you wanted to see something else? Oh, that's right. We did announce Fallout 4, didn't we? And then they showed off Fallout 4.
Gotcha.
Which, again, that game looks amazing. I'm definitely picking up Fallout 4. I don't know about picking up Doom or not. It looked pretty, but I'm not really a big Doom guy. I'm definitely picking up the 2 Dishonored games also.
I don't know. Dishonored scares me.
Well, how?
It looks scary.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't like those types of games.
I should make you play one for tag. We should play Dead Space.
Oh, that game. No. That's the thing. Like, I like shooter games and all, but when they start like freaky stuff all over the place, that's why Doom. I'm like, like.
Did you watch me play PT?
Yeah, I wasn't that scared of that one because that didn't do too much.
Okay. Well, in all fairness, I didn't hit any of the scary points in that game. Apparently.
Oh.
Like, there are certain triggers where if I had turned around or waited for another second longer, I would have gotten jump scares, but I missed each one.
You're too good, man. You just evade everything.
I'm kind of disappointed because the entire thing was supposed to be a scary game, and I got only a couple of the scares.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that game is never coming out, so moving on to Microsoft.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, so we're going in the order of what they did. Is that actually... That's interesting. So Bethesda kicked it off.
Yeah, Bethesda started on Sunday, right?
Well, wait a second. Wait, before we keep going, can we talk about the Nintendo World Championship?
We're going to talk about them in the Nintendo segment.
Man.
No, because I want to like talk about Nintendo to end everything off.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So Microsoft.
Now,
I was very impressed by Microsoft's conference.
I was intrigued by their conference.
They basically were putting out things that I like, specifically. They showed off... Well, we'll save the HoloLens for a second.
Oh, but yeah.
They showed off Gears of War, the newest one, and they showed that they were remastering the original one with like new stuff, and I guess online. I'm not sure if confirmed. So like, I don't think I have time to play it or whatever, but I loved seeing it. Like, just Gears of War, man. I'm telling you, that's quite the game. So I think that went over really well. People are going crazy over it, and I think that's really going to be a good thing for them coming up. So they're going to work their way back. And speaking about going back, the backwards compatibility thing, right?
That was the biggest thing for me in the entire conference. For those of you out there who don't know, I own a PS4. I do not own a Xbox One yet. I still have my 360. The previous generation, I bought all games 360 unless they are PS3 exclusive.
Yep.
This generation, I've bought an only PS4 no matter what, and haven't bought an Xbox One yet. The fact that they have backwards compatibility now, I think that's finally the pushing force that'll get me an Xbox One.
Yeah. I think they're working it back. It took them a long time. We're talking about this needs to be the time where they need to like finally catch up. I think they're close. Mm-hmm. And
but the biggest thing is, have you looked up on how backwards compatible it actually is?
No.
It's not fully backwards compatible yet.
Okay. Hopefully that's like a work in progress thing.
Well, the way it works is basically they on their end, they're taking a bunch of Xbox 360 games and making them like downloadable onto the Xbox One. So what you do is you put your disc into the Xbox One. It's like, hey, you own this game.
That
and
thing.
It downloads a copy of the game. Like you prove that you have it, so it's downloading the disc. The thing is, not every game at launch will be like applicable.
Okay. I mean, that's not terrible.
Yeah. So hopefully over time they'll get the entire library, but it's still it's a big thing. Again, like I don't know. I did not see that coming whatsoever because when they first announced the Xbox One, they said backwards compatibility was impossible. Which technically it is, and this is this is backwards compatibility. Just it's like a ROM hack downloaded into the Xbox One.
And great segue there, Ken. Speaking about ROM hacks, the other thing they were saying is that you can carry over different mods that you make.
Yes, that's what they announced with Fallout 4's presentation.
Yeah, you can put it on there.
Which that's very cool. I mean, there was like that befuffle once like a month ago with Bethesda charging for mods on Steam for Skyrim.
What did you call that?
A befuffle?
Do you mean kerfuffle?
Anyway,
you're stuck on Bethesda. You're like
befuffle. A Bethesda befuffle. A befuffle.
Yeah, exactly.
They had the whole thing where they were doing paid mods for Skyrim, and then that got taken down after like 2 days of people like rioting. Mm-hmm. So they said that all the mods are going to be completely free on Xbox, which I guess they learned their lesson.
Yeah, and people love hacking things, so Microsoft's like, let's get all the hackers on here.
Well, it's a free way of extending your game.
No, yeah, I know.
Which is good because Microsoft needs longer games.
Yeah, and I think they're doing the right steps. They're finally turning around, so I like to see it.
They also showed off a new game called Recore, which it showed like a girl and her robot dog wandering like a desert area, and they find a cave, a bunch of monsters, and they kill those monsters, and then the dog dies, and then she takes the dog's core out of the dog body and puts it in a new robot kind of thing. Did you see that at all?
No, I don't remember that.
That was the first thing they showed off.
Oh, that's why I didn't
after
get to
Halo 5.
You know, it's funny because I missed that part because I was playing Splatoon.
Nice.
I was like, and then I do it.
That's the biggest middle finger to Microsoft. I missed your conference. I was playing Splatoon.
It's fun.
Yeah, but they didn't show any gameplay. They showed that trailer, and it looked interesting. I want to see more of that.
Okay.
They announced a new $150 controller.
Yeah, the price is a bit crazy.
Well, the thing with the controller, it's a fully customizable controller where every little button, joystick, haptic feedback, everything on the controller can be like swapped out and like designed for your ultimate controller.
So that means I would think it would be regular price, and then they sell the add-on stuff.
No, because you know how like that would be like, oh, why are you charging all this extra money for all the parts?
Why would you charge $150?
If anything, they should do it both ways. Like they should have like a bundle where it comes with everything, and a bundle where it's like not at all.
Because what if I only want one or two little changes, and it would have been like maybe $80? Then
Exactly.
Exactly. So that's the price point's annoying, but the controller looks cool.
It looks amazing. The idea is awesome. Just way too expensive.
But you know, it's okay, Ken. In like 5 years, when we're making bundles of money, we could be like, yeah, $150, chump change.
By that point, the Xbox 2 will be out.
And the NX. Oh,
we'll get to that later.
Anyway.
Then they showed off Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2.
Yeah.
You ever play the first one?
No.
It's really fun.
Oh.
So I'm actually excited for this one.
Okay, fine.
But not much to say about that. We'll talk about that more, I guess.
Well, everyone was going crazy and bashing it, but I actually think it looked like it'd be an interesting game.
Plants
I
vs.
don't know your opinion on it. No. The one with the blind girl walking around.
Oh, Beyond Eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that looks really beautiful, actually.
No, that's what I'm saying. And then Twitch chat was like, "Oh my god, what are you doing? This game."
I saw Blind Simulator.
Oh my god.
No, there's actually a couple games like that coming out now where you are like blind in the game. You have to use like your senses.
I thought it looked actually very interesting.
It did, and it actually looked. The art was very pretty as well.
I thought it was very nice. Like I would play that game.
She would like pass by like a bunch of flowers, and the flowers would show up when you click the smell button.
Yeah,
because she could sense them, and like.
Yep.
Again, like it's like an indie-ish kind of game, but it looked really, really pretty actually.
I liked it, yeah. And then Again, Ken, you're doing fantastic with the segues today.
What?
You said it looked like an indie game. So Microsoft's showing off a ton of indie games, right?
Every company is showing off tons of indie games.
Shh. So they showed off now the one that you think was really amazing or whatever, Cuphead.
Oh my god, Cuphead looks amazing.
It looks like the
It,
original Mickey Mouse cartoon,
it's done in the style of 1930s cartoons.
and it's just like
It looks beautiful.
it looks like it's like a copyright infringement nightmare.
But no,
That's how accurate it looks.
but they're not copywriting anything.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it's
Then how is that a
good.
nightmare?
Well, I'm saying nightmare because they'd get like millions of lawsuits or something, but they're not copying anything. Like it just looks so accurate,
Exactly.
and it looks like a cool game. It's
Again,
like
just
a
this,
shooter kind of game.
yeah, it's all boss battles too.
Oh,
Like literally, it's a entire map full of like tough as nails boss battles. Like it's
interesting.
apparently really really hard.
Mm.
But look, like that's the kind of game that I like, so I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, Mr. Impressive Binding of Isaac, man.
Oh, speaking of which, I am at 91% on that game.
Ooh.
I'm so close I can taste it.
What was something? I saw something very briefly this morning. Apparently
Oh,
played for like forever and didn't even get anywhere or something.
last night I was just doing a basic Isaac run just to like kind of like cool down for the night, like just end things off. And I got like usually in a typical run you get like maybe like 10, 11 items like by the end of it, like you have like a pretty good like attack. I had upwards of 50 plus items
Wow.
because I kept re-rolling the final room where every room had an item in it.
Oh.
So by the end, I had like giant super tiers that were taking out bosses in one hit with a giant knife.
Well, that must have been fun.
Oh, it was amazing. Just it's like again, it was a basic Isaac run. I already unlocked everything with Isaac, so I'm like,
Uh-huh.
eh.
It's just funny. It's
just
funny
fun.
because like when people are like, oh my god, I need to cool down. They sit down, relax, they go for a run quick. You're like, let me play some Binding of Isaac.
No, because I was doing Isaac all night last night. And I was doing some like really difficult stuff, and I kept like I won I won a bunch, but I also lost a few. So like, all right, let me just do a basic Isaac run just so I can get a win in before the night ended. Because Isaac's pretty easy to win with now,
Okay.
and I just like completely just like decimated everything.
Jeez, that is like your game.
It
My
is.
God. I mean, true, you own it, but
You own it too.
I know it's my game too. But
They also showed off
yes.
Halo 5 Guardians.
Yes.
Looks amazing. I am definitely picking that up.
Mm.
They showed off. Oh, this was cool. Rare Replay.
Oh, yes. Now people were expecting a little more out of Rare, but basically you can play all their old games like in
Yeah.
a collection, right?
30 games for $30. 10,000 achievement score.
Well, first of all, aside from the achievement score, which that's phenomenal by the way, but 30 games for 30 bucks. Man, that's a great deal.
That's amazing. That includes Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, Conker's Bad
Ooh,
Fur Day,
I don't know if I could buy that now.
Conker's Bad Fur Day, Perfect Dark Zero, Viva Pinata and Viva Pinata 2.
Oh.
Pretty much everything besides the three Donkey Kong games, 'cause that's Nintendo, is on that disc.
Wait a second. You're telling me that Viva Pinata was made by Rare?
Yeah,
Huh. I always liked that game. It was one of those like little weird games.
I never played the second one, but I love the first one.
It's just like a fun little, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
so that comes out in August. I probably will pick up like part of me wants to hold off until like October to see if they release an Xbox Halo 5 Xbox and get that one. But Rare Replays
they?
out. Well, they didn't announce anything yet.
no, well, there was some bundle I thought was already out
There's
where
a-
you would get
there's
the
a bun-
Halo Master Collection or something.
Yeah, that's every Xbox one you buy right now. Comes with the Master Chief collection.
I would do that. Because you get all the Halo games to then set up the new one. Then you got the entire collection. It's pretty good.
How much are they on Amazon right now?
I don't know.
Let me check. Xbox One. There's an Assassin's Creed bundle for $350. The Halo Chief Master Chief Collection, 500 gigabytes for $350.
The Halo Chief Master.
Halo Chief Master. Or do I get the white one for $424? Nope, not worth it.
Is that the Terra? Or just literally a... Oh.
No, I think it's just a 500 gig hard drive.
Wait a second. Halo 5 Guardians limited edition collector something or other. $250?
Yep, that sounds about right.
What do you get in this thing?
Probably like a statue.
You get a poster. You get DLC.
Oh.
You get a weapon skin thing. Some special gun. You get some movie. Some series. Oh, you get a statue. Yo, this is the greatest part. You get a 14-day trial of Xbox Live Gold.
Okay, moving on from that.
Takes away the 48-hour nonsense, man.
But yeah, so Rare showed that, which is amazing. I'm going to pick that up definitely. And then they also announced a new game called Sea of Thieves, which is like an online pirate game. Which,
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I mean, it looked beautiful. It had like that bright, rare color, but like, I got enough of my pirate-likeness from Assassin's Creed 4.
Oh. And then the new Assassin's Creed.
Not yet, Joshy.
What? It's coming out for all systems?
Yeah, but it wasn't announced during Microsoft's conference.
Oh, God, we're going really strict here.
We are.
My bad. Okay,
And,
so is it time?
No, we still have more to talk about.
No, but the
Very
HoloLens.
quickly, like you mentioned, they showed off Gears of War Ultimate Edition, and then they announced Gears 4.
Beautiful
Both
game.
look amazing. I cannot wait to get that as well.
My God, I want to play
And then
that.
one thing that pissed me off, really, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that didn't look so good.
No, the game looks amazing,
Eh.
but freaking Microsoft bought the rights to make it console exclusive.
Nice.
So I have the first one on PS4, and it's one of my favorite games on PS4.
Really?
Absolutely amazing.
You don't look like a Lara Croft guy to me.
I would hope I don't look like Lara Croft.
You should do that. Like, get a printout, like tape it to your face for a second. No.
Anyway,
All right.
But yeah, love the first one. Love it. Microsoft has a timed exclusive on the sequel.
Mm.
And I will not be playing that game until it comes out on PS4, out of principle.
Oh my God.
Because fuck that noise.
Oh, Kenneth.
I'm so mad about that. Like, you have
Who'd
no
you
idea.
beat up over an amiibo recently? You got that aggressive tone.
Who'd you fight over an amiibo? See, where is this during tag recordings, Joshy?
You know what it is? I get overshadowed.
By Pete.
Yeah.
Sorry,
My
Pete.
brilliance comes out when I want it to, instead of the.
Patrick, your genius is showing.
Oh no, where?
All right, Josh, you talk about the thing that you want to talk about.
The HoloLens, man.
Oh.
So the whole thing is that we were trying to distinguish before on last episode the differences and things like that, because technically there's the Oculus Rift, there's Project Morpheus thing. Those two are more of the gaming kind of thing. HoloLens is more of the Google Glass kind of competition thing.
More or less,
Made
yeah.
by Microsoft. But the whole thing is they want to try and incorporate at least a little bit into the gaming sphere. Yes, game sphere. No, but
It's spherical.
exactly. So they showed it off at least with Minecraft. That's the thing, because I don't expect that to be like top level games for something like that. But the whole presentation, the demonstration of that was phenomenal. I thought.
It was mind-blowing.
Like, it was the fact that, it's probably maybe it's pre-recorded, but like literally there was a guy with a camera just standing there, and there was a camera planted within the thing.
Well, the only time we've seen the HoloLens was back when they first had their announcement.
That one video.
That one video.
And first of all, the video looked amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, we texted each other. I'm like, I have to get this. Like,
But there's always that, like, is it that good? Like, how much
know.
is that is, like, not really, like, how are they over-exaggerating it?
exactly.
But then that Microsoft
Then they showed
demo,
this, and this wasn't even the core purpose of what the HoloLens is for.
this is just from Minecraft they showed, and this was mind-blowing.
They were literally just a regular, standard, like, presentation table.
Okay, well, first thing, when they showed the guy sitting down looking at the wall, and, like, it was like a TV on the wall, I was like, okay, that's kind of...
Oh, yeah, I was like,
Yeah, it's kind of like,
it, you know.
I mean, it's a little weird.
And then he's like, let's just take this over here. I was like, uh-huh.
Like,
and then all of a sudden...
Well, first, I was waiting for him to make the screen, like, really big. Like, he had, like, a small little screen on. I was waiting for him to make, like, a giant, like, 82-inch TV, like, appear on the wall. So it's like you were, like, in the world of Minecraft. And then he's like, you know what, let's just go over to this table. And the world recreated in front of his eyes.
That's the craziest thing. And like, it looked like the table just opened up and this thing came through it.
Yeah, like it rose up from like a giant hole in the table, but there was no hole.
I know, and then they show the other angle, and he's just standing in front of a table doing like it looks like he's doing nothing, and he's just talking.
And like he was like leaning in, and when he leaned in, he could like see through like the window and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he was able to like check in on underground surfaces and whatever, and
He was controlling things with his like his hands and his voice. Like he was saying lightning bolt, and it was like something lightning down wherever he pointed.
yeah, I was blown away by that.
I mean, like again, it's just Minecraft. Like I love Minecraft, and like that was like very
Yeah.
impressive to me. But the implications of what that can do for everything in real life.
That's the thing, because if you equivalent it, if you well, now I'm losing the word, whatever. But if you compare it to like Google Glass or something, and that's supposed to project things and weather and whatnot, oh my God, I think this is so much better.
It's funny. I see myself in like a year or two from now. I'll play my PS4 with my Morpheus, get up, go to my computer, put on my Oculus, and go out for the day and put on my HoloLens.
You've constantly got something.
Exactly. Like honestly, like once like we have HoloLens, I don't know if I can go back to like it was pretty like amazing.
I know. And we've still yet to see the practical, like, actual stuff with it.
Like imagine like looking up into the sky and like, oh, I'll find the weather for you and like here's your forecast.
I know, like, I would love to see it. Like, and actually, cool thing, like, minor side note, even with the cars now, with what they call the heads-up display and stuff, do you ever see that for yourself when you're in the car?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool as it is. And that's sort of the same stuff. It just projects it out there. And it's like this extra thing. Like, I think that's all so cool.
It's amazing, and if Microsoft can get that out very soon
Yeah.
at an affordable price, my
We're buying
God,
it. We're buying it.
yeah, they again like video games, yada yada. That changes technology as a whole. That's a big thing.
That's beyond E3.
Yeah,
But they wanted to just be like, hey, people, we can play a little bit of games on here.
yeah. It was smart. They picked a very popular game. Like they own Minecraft now, so the fact that they did it with Minecraft was smart of them to do.
Yeah. So I thought overall, for all the flack people keep giving Microsoft, I think they did a great job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, again, like not my favorite conference because I'm very cynical against Microsoft still, but HoloLens and backwards compatibility, I will be buying an Xbox One this year. Like that won me over.
gotcha. I mean, I've been more partial to Xbox. I was like the Xbox man, all that.
Well, again, last generation, I was all
I know.
Xbox, and
I
then
know.
they did some stupid stuff, and I went Sony, and I don't regret going to Sony, but now I finally have a reason to try Microsoft again.
Yeah, I mean, I was just more of all Nintendo, and then I had the Xbox and mainly Xbox, and then I just went back to Nintendo because it was more convenient for me. But I still like Microsoft a lot, so that's just my thing. But it's also because I'm always surrounded by Microsoft stuff with like my family and everything. Like, so
Yeah, Microsoft has a very good hold on the entire tech industry. So
I mean, my dad works in it, so like,
does he really?
he works for Microsoft.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's his own company that he's a partner of, but they sell Microsoft stuff.
Like a subsidiary?
Well, he sets up accounting software that Microsoft puts out and stuff.
Interesting. Okay, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, so like I'm all around like what Microsoft is always doing, and like that's why I was all over the Surface, like the Surface Pro 3 that I have. Like, I
That
love
service
this
you have,
thing.
that service is pretty nice, I will admit.
And that's the only computer that's ever fully made by Microsoft themselves. Because they're always the one putting the software in a thing, and it's always made by like what, HP or whatever. Like, but
Yeah,
now
that's a Microsoft branded product.
exactly, and I think it's really nice.
Yeah.
And actually, oh, minor side note to get away from this still. Did you see Windows 10?
Yeah.
That looks phenomenal.
That was a big thing during their conference too. Like every game that supported Windows 10, they made sure to mention it.
I saw that. I was very impressed with that.
Yeah.
Also, but like I went to the Microsoft store recently in the mall, and I was asking them to like show me the different things on Windows 10 because they had it loaded on a whole machine already. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it looks so clean. Just it's like
A lot better than 8.
yeah, I mean it's almost like they took a combination of what they're doing with 8 and how Apple stuff looks, and they make it into this even better thing. Like, how Apple's usually the one that like, let's make this all nicer. Microsoft did it this time around.
So they're copying Apple.
Well, because Apple copied them initially with
No,
their
they
full
did not. No, they did not.
you know.
Yeah, if you know history, Bill Gates stole Apple software to make the first Windows computer.
True.
So from that point forward,
you're just gonna say
every single thing.
Okay.
As Steve Jobs once said on the phone to Bill Gates, I will make sure that you never see a dollar that I don't get 95 cents from.
Oh my god. Well, anyway, so Windows 10 looks really cool.
Fuck Microsoft.
I can't download it though right now because the whole thing with the law school, and they're like, we have to test it first for our system, so you can't download it.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I don't want to mess up something for like exam time, or so like I can't do it myself. But eventually. It's cool, man.
I need to boot camp my iMac and get Windows 10 on it.
You should. I mean, Windows 10 is not fully out. It's still in beta.
Oh, yeah, I know. But when it's out, I'm saying I need to figure out how to do that. Because I have so many Steam games that are Windows only that I've never gotten to play.
Yeah, you got to make sure you partition enough space, though. Just be wary of that.
That's true.
But
can I partition onto like a separate hard drive?
I'd have to ask my dad. He did it on my laptop.
All right, yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Anyway.
So any final closing thoughts for Microsoft, Joshy?
No, I said my opinions. They're out there.
All right, let's breeze through these next two ones because honestly,
oh boy, yo,
EA.
but Pele, man,
that was horrible.
Pele, man.
Wait, is that even the right? Are we on to that one yet?
That was
EA.
EA.
Yeah, EA. That was horrible. I'm sorry, EA was just a fucking abysmal conference.
Okay, so let me just preface this with one thing, just so everyone knows. So the whole thing, Ken doesn't like sports, right? EA is like the biggest let's make sports games.
It's not just the sports.
No,
thing.
I know. I just think it's funny.
Oh no, yeah, it's funny, but
just because it correlates so well. Just
a big problem with this year's E3 is a lot of companies forgot the rule of show, don't tell, where they would literally have long interviews or long explanations of video games when they should just show the gameplay and talk over it. So for some reason, EA thought it'd be a good idea to bring football star Pele on stage and talk
we're
for
appealing to most likely 99.9% of American people. We can just say soccer.
It's just, I feel like it's disrespectful to Pele.
But
soccer, then. Okay, you happy, Josh?
Yeah.
They sit him down and they interview him for 10 minutes. And Josh, you hated the kid during the pre-Nintendo, the announcement. We should make a game where, and then,
that one.
Yeah, that kid.
I hate the other little kid.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to Mini Wheat in a little bit. But,
honestly, that bothers me. But anyway.
Honestly, Pele added nothing to that conference. They showed FIFA. They were like, okay, it's FIFA. They didn't need to bring Pele. It was cool he was there, but he added nothing. And then as soon as they were done with him, they showed a quick trailer of FIFA. And the guy walked out so you just saw we had Pele on stage a couple minutes ago. Yeah, how could we forget?
I know. Twitch chat was hilarious during that time.
Just FIFA, NHL, NBA. They showed a brief thing of Madden, all that stuff. I could give two flying fucks about.
Well, I don't know why, unless they just didn't show it. I didn't see NBA 2K.
They showed it. Remember they had a Hoops God? They brought out this guy who was
maybe I missed that.
The community manager for the NBA community, and they had, hey, Hoops God, come over here, and the guy held up his smartphone to Hoops God face and put his face on a character in the NBA game.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that. Okay,
just stupid.
Well, NBA 2K is a fantastic series.
No, it's not. No, all sports games are bad.
All right, so let me be the realistic person.
Go ahead, you
out
do
there
this.
that likes sports.
Go ahead.
NBA 2K16 looks great. NBA Live, I don't know why they're still trying. They put out a couple games over the past couple of years now trying to get back into it. They showed a new one again. And they're like, we finally added where you could hold down the button to a certain point that you like and you release it and they shoot. And it can tell you if you're more or less accurate, and they shoot better if you time it right. That mechanism right there has been implemented in NBA 2K.
In every game beforehand.
At least for 7 years. So I don't understand what they're doing behind NBA Live. I don't know why they're still trying. Madden is Madden. FIFA's FIFA. People are still going to buy those. There's no competition to it. So there really wasn't even that much to show game-wise.
It was
But they
horrible.
actually somehow did a bad job of it. That's
That's the thing. Like they could have made like a sizzle reel and like shown it quickly and kept showing more stuff. They lingered on certain things for too long, and just the announcements and the presentation was so bad.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of soccer, but like they could have used Pele in so many better kinds of ways. Like at least talk about the game or something. Like I mean, it's kind of cool if you're a big soccer fan. You're like, "Whoa, stories from Pele." But like mostly people just want to hear about the game. So if he would talk about like maybe he had involvement in the game or something, but I don't think he did.
Nope.
So
Again, it was just bad.
so what were they
I
doing?
don't know. But
Ken?
again, EA wasn't all that bad though. They did show off some good stuff. They showed off Mass Effect Andromeda.
Well, that people liked, but
That
then
looked
they
beautiful.
quickly forgot that that was EA after
Yeah,
everything else.
yes. They showed off that was good. Need for Speed, I really don't care, but people like car games, so that's cool.
Yeah.
They showed off Star Wars: The Old Republic, Knights of the Fallen Empire, which that looked cool, but I don't play that game really. They showed Unravel, which is that little yarn game with Yarny. That looked beautiful.
You know, apparently everyone was like, that game wins the entire conference. I'm like, I don't know about that.
It won EA's conference, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, it looks interesting. It looks like one of those little games maybe I'll play, but
Yeah, it's like it's not really an indie game, but it's kind of an indie game by EA. So.
people are like, oh my god, it's Yarn Man. And they're like,
No,
he's so...
his name's Yarny.
No, the guy that presented it.
Oh yeah, he came out. His hands were shaking so much. He was so nervous.
They're like, this guy is so realistic. He's just like us. We love Yarn Man. I'm like reading these stupid things. I'm like, shut up. Like, it's a guy presented it. He made the game, whatever.
And
But
they
like,
they showed off more Plants vs Zombies: Garden Warfare 2, a longer demo than the Microsoft one, so that was cool. They showed off stupid Minions game for
wait,
iPhone.
was that by EA?
Yeah,
That was, oh my god.
that was horrible.
Like, why? We're like, we've taken it to the mobile scene.
Have you seen the stuff with the Minions in Amazon?
No?
If you order a package from now until the movie for Minions comes out, it ships in a yellow Minion box, and the box is covered in Minions.
So, what are we ordering from Amazon, Ken?
I started ordering things last night.
Your room is just going to be like a sea of these boxes.
And I requested that each thing be shipped individually.
God. Speaking about requests, have you ever done that with Domino's and you like draw something on it?
I've tried, and they've never done anything for me.
Huh.
I want
We got
to
to try that again sometime.
draw a Pokeball or something.
Just do a circle.
Arrange the pepperoni in the shape of a Pokeball.
Show me you're alive. I don't know.
And
We got to
then-
try that though.
Yeah, and then EA, their big thing was Star Wars Battlefront. Looks amazing.
I just don't like Star Wars games.
I love Star Wars, so seeing Battlefront come back, that's a big thing. Oh, and Mirror's Edge Catalyst, the prequel to Mirror's Edge. That looked fantastic, too.
That actually looked pretty good.
I love the first Mirror's Edge, so. And they took out the horrible gun mechanics, so I'm glad.
Oh my, that was a nightmare.
Yeah,
I
so
was
no
like,
no
what am
more
I doing?
gunplay.
I remember a kid dying because I couldn't figure it out. Like it was awkward controls.
Yeah.
So,
So,
those games actually look pretty good.
yeah. So again, EA, not the best, not the worst.
But
a lot of
the
blood.
Pele FIFA nonsense.
Yeah.
They had a nice idea in their head, but it didn't make sense in the long
Hey,
run.
they still weren't the worst. We'll get to the worst in a little bit.
Ubi.
No, Ubi's not the worst, but okay.
Nintendo.
No, Nintendo's not the worst either.
Sony.
No, they won.
We're running out of companies, Ken.
No, we're not. Trust me.
PC gaming show.
No, one more.
What?
You missed a conference, didn't you?
Probably.
Okay. Well, let's move on
I've
to...
been working, man. I've been busy, actually.
So have I.
Yeah, but you find ways. It's weird. I don't know what you do.
I manage my time well, unlike you.
I have work.
So do I.
We had to put out a report, man. Like, I didn't even have any time to myself at all.
So neither do I.
Oh, you find a way. You got that Google Glass hidden there streaming Twitch. You
Oh
walk
my
around,
god, that'd be amazing.
you walk around, guys,
HoloLens.
do this, do that. And you're like watching, like, please announce this, please. Oh my god.
All right, let's talk about Ubisoft.
Ubi.
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 They started off their conference in the best way possible, announcing a game I never thought would come out.
Assassin's Creed.
South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
What?
Ubisoft, the first game they announced at their conference was the new South Park game.
I've been missing the very beginning to all these conferences, apparently.
Yeah. So the way they started off their conference was like it started like this really like cinematic like voice like there have been legends of like long since past blah blah.
Oh man, Ken, let me just tell you, you had that hint of the Cartman voice there. Very impressive.
But Cartman didn't do the announcement.
I know, but you said it was South Park, and you actually had a hint of that.
Okay, but anyway, so it starts off with this really like cinematic like winner like sequel to like this game, winner of all these awards, blah blah, and then like it pans out and it shows like the stick of truth from the first game in the toilet, and Cartman's like, "God damn it, who put the stick of truth in the toilet again?" And they started showing off gameplay. Like, did you play the first South Park game?
No.
Oh, it was amazing. It was basically like watching a full length movie of the show, but it was also done like in a Paper Mario style combat system.
Huh.
Yeah, probably my game of the year that year. Like, that was a fantastic game. But the problem was Trey and Matt Parker, the ones who did who do South Park and did the game, they had such like a hard time getting that game out because the first company they worked with got sold off. I think they were part of who was the company that got sold off? Who made the Darksiders games?
I'm looking it up. I don't remember. It was a different company. I don't. Still don't know. What am I looking at? Oh, THQ?
Yeah, THQ. So South Park: The Stick of Truth was originally a THQ game, and then they got sold off. So Ubisoft bought the rights to the game right before it was finished. So they finally got the game out, and it was an amazing game. Just they were both like the two of them were burnt out. Like, we're not doing another video game. That was too much of a hassle. But then they come out with this game, and this looks amazing. So the first one was all like wizards and knights and like kind of like fantasy RPG. Yeah. That's how this trailer starts off. Then halfway through, Butters shows up dressed in like his like Professor Chaos like supervillain costume. Okay. And like Cartman's like, "Oh, that's right, we're doing superheroes this time." So they run off the screen and come back in their superhero costumes. So this game, it's like the first one was all like a spoof on like Lord of the Rings and fantasy games. This one's gonna be a spoof on like the superhero genre. And like even the logo, the fractured butthole, like the way it's spelled out is the fractured, comma, BUT space WHOLE. So the fractured butthole, but it's fractured butthole.
Okay.
I don't know. That was like as soon as they showed that, I'm like, okay, Ubisoft, no matter what you show from this point forward, you're okay in my book. Better than EA at that point.
Okay.
Did you see anything at Ubisoft that interested you besides that?
I was not thrilled whatsoever about the stupid Rainbow Six series.
You mean the Tom Clancy game? They announced 3 Tom Clancy games.
I don't like Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy Ghost Recon Wildlands, Tom Clancy The Division, Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege. They showed 3 Tom Clancy games in their fucking conference.
I really don't even like that series.
Neither do I.
I thought it was bad.
No one does, and they showed off 3 games. I don't know why.
They had, what's her name? Aisha Taylor? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Which, that was odd.
She's fantastic. She's hosted their conference the last 4 years in a row now.
She also hosts that new version of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
And she's the voice of Lana and Archer.
Well, yes, that was a given. But...
that was... Okay, whatever.
I thought it was. I don't know.
Maybe people don't know that. I don't know.
Well, okay.
Yeah. But no, but like she was great. It was unfortunate that Ubisoft like wrote most of her jokes because all of her jokes that she was forced to read weren't funny. But when she went off script and improvised, it was hilarious.
I was half watching at that point. I was still playing Splatoon.
Oh my god.
It's a good game. Okay. Anyway.
Like then they showed off like The Crew, Wild Run, Trials Fusion, Just Dance 2016. Just so much bleh that I did not care about at all.
But now wait. I can't remember. Is Ubisoft the one that's putting out that For Honor game?
Yes. Okay, that was the one. That was their new IP they showed off.
That one actually looked good.
That looked very cool.
Yeah, I don't. like I don't remember it too much, but I remember the name, and it was like, what was this? Wasn't some form of like old military style, like
Yeah, like they didn't show too much, but like it showed like different battles happening over three different time periods,
yeah.
and just very like cool stuff.
I think that actually looks interesting. Like I think that'd be a game people would want to pick up.
Absolutely.
Um, can't remember what else.
And they showed Assassin's Creed, and that was about it.
That always looks good in my opinion, but
This one looks good. Again, I didn't, and
I
I
know.
still haven't played Assassin's Creed Unity yet. I own it. I just haven't played it yet
Mm.
because it was broken from the launch, and I'm convinced it's still broken now. So
Okay.
yeah, but I gotta play it before the next one comes out. So, but yeah, that looked good.
Okay.
But yeah, that was EA again. Not bad.
You mean Ubisoft, man?
Yeah, Ubisoft again.
How dare you? No.
Not it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. Again, South Park really just as soon as I saw that, I was happy. I was like, "Thank you, next, please." Check, please.
Ooh. Very nice, Ken.
All right, and now on to the winner of E3.
Eh.
Bum, 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 bum.
Sony.
Yes.
Honestly, I think that Microsoft won, in my opinion, just because they had so much to come back from and they showed a lot of good stuff.
Well,
It's like Sony was like coasting this year.
hold off until the end. We'll talk about how everyone did overall together and why things did well and why things didn't do well.
Man, then you can't announce here's the best one. Man, give me a break. We're moving on to Sony, which may or may not have been the best one according to certain people.
Okay. They start off their conference showing The Last Guardian.
Now,
Oh,
yeah, knowing you, you were like in love with that game.
I was
I watched it. It was okay.
okay. Here's the thing. Like again, the game itself looks good. It's the fact that that game has been out of the public eye for 6 years now. Like they haven't mentioned a single thing about it in 6 years.
Hmm.
It's the third game in the Shadow Colossus like trilogy, if you want to call it that, from Team
Ah,
Eco. So they did Eco first, then Shadow of the Colossus, and now The Last Guardian. It
okay.
looked beautiful. The gameplay mechanic looked cool. Like I instantly fell in love with that like griffin dog bird thing.
I knew you would. Like I knew. I just
I
knew it.
want a plushie.
Oh my God, they're gonna make that as an amiibo. Sony's gonna be like, we know you love amiibo stuff, so we're gonna give one, just one.
Just
It
one.
doesn't. It's not even compatible with our system, but here you go.
And we're still calling it Amiibo.
Yeah, but
But again, it was just again.
well, of course it looks nice, but I just think the game itself, like, it doesn't look like something I would want to play, really. But that's my own opinion.
Again, it's gonna be a very story driven, very like artistically driven.
Hmm.
Like it's not like an online shooter
Yeah.
score kind
I
of
mean,
thing.
I don't say it's a bad game. I just
It's not your type of game.
that's the thing.
Yeah,
But okay,
but
I
that's
was I was incredibly impressed. I thought it was phenomenal. The I'm gonna butcher the name because I don't remember it.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah,
That looked amazing.
I thought that was quite the game.
First of all, the trailer leading up to it, like where it established like the lore of like the people that came beforehand.
Well, I knew you would love that. You love the story stuff. I
Yeah,
thought it was pretty good actually.
and then
Um,
it's like okay, it's cavemen hunting like robot dinosaurs.
yep, because of this whole like they took over and why are they here and whatever and this girl's got like the craziest bow and arrow thing with like multiple
Explosive
whatever she could
shots.
shoot out.
Yeah,
It's like a list of like 10 different things or something. But it just looked so nice.
it looked so good.
Like, wow. I was thoroughly impressed.
And the fact that like all the creatures had certain hit points, like she was able to hit like the machine gun off the T-Rex looking monster, use it as like a Gatling gun, throw it to the ground, climb on top of it. Like it looked just like so involved.
I mean, it's creative. It was completely done well, like graphic wise. The story is really nice behind it.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
I would love to play that game.
Again, it's a brand new IP. It's from the guys who made the Killzone games too. So it's nice seeing them
Ah.
it's nice seeing them do something different finally.
So I know it's not the end of everything they were talking about, but can I just say that the new IP stuff, I like it. all these new IPs lately.
Well, yeah, we get so sick of sequels after a while. It's nice seeing some stuff that's brand new and looks
Yeah, but
really
like all of
good.
a sudden this year, they're just throwing out these new IPs.
That's not true.
What do you mean?
Like, they have new IPs every year.
I don't know. I feel like this year it's more memorable though.
Maybe.
Maybe because it's so fresh in my head, but I don't know. Like, I've just been impressed with the new ones
Like, you gotta think,
lately.
like, last year, like, Splatoon was a new IP, Watch Dogs was a new IP.
Well, Splatoon is out now.
Well,
It's not.
yeah, well, damn it,
Shut up.
Josh.
I hate Treehouse people. Leave me alone.
We'll get some in a little bit. Then they showed off the new Hitman game, which I don't care about Hitman, but it looked nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Then Media Molecule, the people behind Little Big Planet, showed off their new game called Dreams, which
It was okay.
I have no idea what that game's gonna be. But that was an awesome trailer.
Yeah.
I want that a piano playing polar bear as
Okay.
an amiibo.
Okay. Fine. Oh.
Yeah, but yeah. Again, they need to show more of that. But I love Media Molecule. The Little Big Planet games are some of my favorite games of all time.
Did you own all of them?
Yep, I own them all.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Dreams, I'm excited to see what that will become.
Yeah.
Then they showed Firewatch, which didn't really show too much. It was just a guy walking around the woods, and it's like, I thought you're in your tower. No, I'm not in my tower. Then who's in your tower? Dun dun dun.
What? I don't think I saw that.
It was just
That's
a guy
interesting.
walking around with a radio, like he was like a park ranger, and then like it started like getting like scary and kind of like mysterious by the end.
Huh.
Yeah, it looked interesting.
Okay.
Then they showed the next expansion pack for Destiny, the Taken King, which I could give two flying fucks about.
Didn't you buy Destiny?
Yes, it's the worst game of all time. Do not buy. 0 out of 10.
Well, I have some friends that actually really like that game.
And
But
they're bad.
no, one of them is actually like he's really great at shooter games. So
No, here's the thing. It's a great shooter game. All the gameplay mechanics are great. There is not a single piece of story in that game.
oh, see, that's where it wouldn't lose me because I don't even play the campaign
There,
in shooting games.
Josh, there's a line from one of the characters saying, "I don't have time to tell you what I don't have time to tell you about." That's the entire plot line. They say, "Go get this bad guy. I don't have time to tell you why. Just go get him." That's literally a line. I'm not exaggerating. That's a line from the game.
Well,
That's the story right there.
they know their audience. People that are hardcore shooter fans, they could care less about the campaign.
But it's not a hardcore shooter. It's like an online MMO multiplayer thing.
Oh, well then whatever. But
Yeah.
oh well.
And then I think Sony dropped their biggest bomb ever. Final Fantasy VII HD remake.
Yeah, you like ultimate fangirl over that. But wait a second, you're not even going to talk about Shenmue 3?
That's the next one up, Josh. We're going in order.
Fine, okay. Well,
No, but again,
Final Fantasy 7 remake, man.
back when they first showed off the PS3, when they first announced the PS3, they showed a remake of the Final Fantasy 7 intro on the PS3 graphics, but they never said they were gonna make the full game. They're like, you know what, we did that as like a tech demo kind of thing. And ever since then, people have wanted the Final Fantasy 7 remake,
Oh.
and they showed it last Tuesday, and it was just glorious. Monday, not Tuesday.
Now, was that the one where they had those like little chibi looking things?
No, that's the world of Final Fantasy.
That looked eh.
That looked pretty cute. I like that.
It's one of those like I like it looks nice, but like I don't know if I'd really play it. But anyway,
If you're a Final Fantasy fan, you're gonna get it. If you're not,
Well,
you probably don't care about it.
yeah. But the remake did look nice. I'll admit that.
Yeah,
Okay.
again, they didn't show too much, just a small trailer, but the internet exploded.
Yeah.
And then they announced another giant bomb, Shenmue fucking 3.
I
Do you really have no idea about Shenmue or its creator or any of like the significance this has?
had never heard of it before.
Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2 started the entire like story-driven genre. Without Shenmue, we wouldn't have like the Mass Effect games, the Telltale games. Like the first game for Shenmue had like I think a $3 billion budget, and it made it back like in like a minute. Like it's one of the most world-renowned games of all time. A lot of people were hoping for a Shenmue 1 and 2 HD like collection, like a remake, kind of like Final Fantasy. Because again, the graphics weren't that great, but the story itself and the gameplay is phenomenal. But announcing a Shenmue 3 on Kickstarter, which was funded that night, it didn't take like the entire like.
I saw that, and they wanted $2 million.
Yeah, which is a lot less than the first Shenmue game, but they've already passed the $2 million mark, and Sony's already like matching dollar for dollar what the fans are giving.
And I know that you're getting it.
No.
Really?
Nope.
Why?
I mean, it's an amazing game, just not my type of game.
What?
Josh, I'm trolling you so bad right now.
No, I was waiting for you to say the whole JK, man.
Oh, damn it!
It's the name of our...
I'm sorry. I failed. I'll leave now. Bye.
I was setting you up so well for that.
I know. I'm sorry.
Man. I guess we're done here, everyone. We're going to cut it off now.
Let's talk about No Man's Sky.
You get all depressed. Let's talk about No Man's Sky.
That game is gigantic.
I don't remember which game this is.
Oh my god!
The names elude me sometimes. I just watch these things.
It's the indie game where you travel through space.
Oh,
and there's an entire galaxy of billions and billions and billions of planets.
See, the thing why I said like Sony's like coasting, because like they have these games that like they could just pump out with like phenomenal graphics. Like the scenes that these people set up to create half these games, very nice.
Okay.
So it looks cool.
Oh, keep in mind, it's an indie game made by two guys.
Yeah.
And it's this giant expanding universe that has no end to it. Where every time you go further, the galaxy will keep going further and creating more planets for you to explore. It's an entirely randomly generated game.
You know, I'm just looking at something really quick. You know that whole did you know gaming thing?
Yes.
Did you read the statistic on that game?
Yeah.
What'd it say?
It was about the length of it. I think it said it used a 32-bit processor, so it was 18 quintillion possible planets.
Wow, that was pretty good, Ken.
Is that what it said?
Well, the 18, I didn't know the term for it, but the whatever you said, worlds. And
yeah, it's using a 32-bit processor with 64-bit CMP.
Well, I don't know about that processor thing, but it's saying it has that many worlds. If you were to spend 1 second on each different planet possible, it would take about 585 billion years to visit them all.
Yep.
That's quite the game.
Yep. Again, the game it's really about like, exploring, like discovering like all these worlds, and it's gonna be great because it's an entire shared world, like an MMO.
Like
so,
Minecraft. No.
Oh, kind of a little bit.
Honestly, sort of.
Like I can jump on, like let me go visit the planets that Joshy visited, and warp drive to your part of the galaxy, and just that game's gonna be amazing.
It looks really cool. Like, I had to refresh myself on what game this was, honestly, because I've seen so much content recently with all this E3 stuff, man. But
and that game will be awesome for, like, virtual reality headsets.
Now, the thing is, as I'm looking up, I see that it's coming out also for Windows.
Yes, like on Steam.
So, I don't own a PS4, so I might be getting it for PC.
That's fine. It's still all the same server, so.
Really?
Yep.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm more excited about this. So we can actually like play together on it, even if you get on PS4.
Yeah. We'll do Steam Team.
Ooh. Very nice. Wow, now I'm more excited about this game. When is it coming out?
Did they get a release date yet?
I just see 2015.
Yeah, nothing yet. 2015 though.
Well, I'm excited, everyone. It is official.
And then the last big thing for me anyway was Uncharted 4, Thief's End. I
thought it looked good.
That demo looked great, even though they had to restart it first.
Oh, yeah.
Because he stood there awkwardly for like 15 seconds, and then they had to restart the entire thing.
Well, it happens. Twitch people never forget. But aside from Twitch people, whatever. But, I mean, it looked good. I don't know. I've never played it. I've never played the Uncharted series.
Mm-hmm. Now,
it's not my thing.
The big thing here with Sony is like they announced all these amazing things like Last Guardian, the Final Fantasy remake, Shenmue, like all these amazing things that we wanted to hear about.
But
not exactly like any release dates or anything. Like Last Guardian will
Oh,
be
yes, yes.
Last
Okay.
Guardian will be sometime next year. Uncharted 4 confirmed for next year. Final Fantasy 7 probably in 2 years when the 20th anniversary hits.
Yeah.
Shenmue 3 just got kickstarted, probably 2 or 3 years on that one.
Yeah.
Like they announced a lot of stuff, just none of it's coming out very soon.
That's why some people were like, well, Xbox and stuff, is more current. So people are like, that's nicer to show at E3
Well,
like
even
now.
Even Microsoft, the stuff they showed, like Fallout 4,
Well, not all of it. Yeah, it's not
Tomb
perfect.
Raider, Halo 5, those are the 3 that are coming out this year. Stuff like Gears will be out next year.
Yeah,
Dark
except
Souls
one
3.
Gears is going to be out. The other one's going to be the next year. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
So
But say it's not like they're perfect, but Microsoft, I think, did a better job of setting up like this year's stuff.
Yeah, in terms of this holiday season, Microsoft showed off more stuff for this year, but Sony as a whole showed off more things that I cared about.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. I mean, it depends on the person.
Exactly. But in terms of just general internet reaction, like, say what you want about the Microsoft conference, Sony got a much better, like, buzz from after theirs.
I mean, I just think in terms of, to be very objective, like outside perspective, a lot of people jumped on the PS4 bandwagon. I'm not saying a bad way. I'm saying they did a better job of presenting their system. They had a better price point, everything. But people are still on that high, so they're just like only Sony, only Sony.
I don't
lot of people.
I don't think so. Like, I was ready for this year for Sony to like bore me. Like, I was really like, okay,
Yeah, but the thing is, even so, you still had those people that support it more. So they're like, oh my God, and they put out this? Yeah, Sony, yeah. And then it's just like, whatever. But so I feel like they already had that support for a lot of, at least the people on the internet. Like, it's hard to gauge it because who knows who's on the internet half the time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, people show positive reaction things. I've seen people that were like, oh my God, Microsoft won the thing. Like, I've seen that. And there's almost no one that said Nintendo won. So,
should we start talking about them? All right, let's talk about the good before we go into Nintendo's bad.
Okay, first of all, I was so hyped when that thing started.
What thing?
The whole conference.
Well, no. Before we start the conference, they first had their Smash.
Oh.
They first had their Smash
Oh,
Direct.
well, that got me really hyped. Now,
Yeah, their
okay.
Smash Direct was amazing because they announced Lucas, Ryu, and Roy all on the same day, and they're available now. Go get them.
Ryu, man.
Ryu.
Wow.
He's a beast.
Apparently, though, he's not top tier.
Not top tier, but he's still a beast.
Yeah, because like I like the cool little combos and whatnot and things. I'm like, I want to try that. So it got my attention. The other two, I don't know, $4 each to guys I don't really play.
Here's the thing. I bought the entire pack, so I got all 3 characters, all
And
the
the meat
costumes,
things.
all 4 stages.
For how much?
$25. For both Wii U and 3DS.
I don't know. I got a debate with it.
Again, I wrote down everything. I calculated how much I'd be saving. I ended up saving $15 by doing that the bundle pack.
But it's more like I wouldn't even buy the Mii Fighter things.
If I had bought everything and not the Mii Fighter costume separately, I would have spent $5 more.
Well, okay.
So
But
for
I don't even know if I would.
$5 less in all the costumes, I saw it as being worth it.
I didn't even know that I'd buy Lucas, or I probably wouldn't even buy Roy. Like, I just want Ryu. Like, that's the thing.
Well, then just buy Ryu, because Ryu comes with his stage then, too.
I know, but like, then I feel like I don't even have the complete game.
Because you don't.
I know,
So buy it.
but like, I'm so used to Smash where you just unlock the guys and it's just there.
Joshy, we're in a world of DLC now. You got to stop being cheap and spend some money.
Bro,
Support the companies you love.
I bought the game for 60. It's
Good.
expensive. And I bought their stupid bundle with the controller because it was the only way to get the thing. I paid $50 more. Man, I supported them a lot.
Stop being cheap.
I don't have income that's like...
You have a job now.
I'm still waiting on pay.
Fair enough. But yeah, so
Actually, that reminds me. I need to send an email about that.
okay.
Actually, thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, so they start off with their Smash Bros. Conference, and again, a lot of good stuff. I wish they had, like, at the end, like, and get ready for blank coming in August. Like, give us like, another character at the end to, like, get excited for. But to announce 2 characters and release one the same day, hoo-fa.
it was the fact that they were playable that day that was like, really?
Yeah.
So
And then Nintendo's eShop crashed for like 5 hours afterwards.
yeah, for good reason.
Yeah.
Um,
And then later that night, they had the 2015 Nintendo World Championships.
yeah, can we discuss a lot of that,
Yeah, go
please?
ahead.
First of all, I just want to say that I didn't get to see it live because I was busy, and then by the time I got home, it was like 11 o'clock at night or something. So I watched the replay of it that they put up.
Hmm.
And the second they announced, and they're like, and the first top qualifying person, like John Numbers, I'm like, wait a second. Like I was looking at this guy walking across the screen. I'm sitting there in my room, like watching this. I'm like, hold on, he looks really familiar. And then as I kept seeing him more, he went to Stony Brook. I went to Stony Brook for college, and he used to be part of like they had like this anime video game club thing. I went down to that area sometimes to play like Smash and things, and he would be at like tournaments that were at the university and things. So I've played him in like Smash multiple times. I've played him actually one time in Double Dash, which was interesting and ironic based on these championships. Um, that was the weirdest thing. I'm like, I mean, first of all, that guy is phenomenal at Smash. You ever play him 1v1?
No, I have not.
Well, I'm saying if, like, at least for Melee, that man would combo you to death. Oh my God. Um, but yeah, so it was interesting though, because he's one of those like really stereotypical, like keep to himself, wear that baggy cargo pants with the hoodie and the
He
headphones.
seemed kind of socially awkward on stage.
Yeah, he's not one of the he's like one of those not really talk to anyone kind of thing. I think he's a nice guy though, but I mean he just doesn't like show it much, but it was really cool to be like I know that guy and he was in one class of mine and I've played against him and stuff. So I don't know, it was just a cool kind of moment for me. Anyway, so they brought out the people and I remember hearing about this whole you could try out at Best Buy. I had finals. I didn't have any time to do anything.
Yeah, and the only Best Buy closest to me was like all the way like near the city, but not quite in the city. So I'm like, not worth it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a shame. Oh well.
It'd been amazing if I could go there because I had
know.
no idea that freaking Ego Raptor was part of the contestants. Freaking just to
That's the thing. Like, forget if I win or not. To just get on that stage and play like that.
to just be part of the Nintendo World Championship would be amazing.
I know. Like,
That is legendary.
just to play all those different games and you have like people cheering for you. Oh man,
So
that would
cool.
have been cool.
So cool.
It's okay, Ken. If we were in it, man,
We would totally win.
that's right. Be like, two people have never won this before at the same time. What? No.
Honestly, the only game that I probably wouldn't have been able to win at was the Metroid game.
Well, that was if you lost in the main
Exactly.
thing.
So
Oh
hopefully,
God, I've never played a Metroid game. Honestly,
I've never beaten Super Metroid, so
like I was watching it, I'm like, dear God, I would lose. Also with the original Zelda game.
yep, that was easy. I would have done that like in a
Oh,
second.
I've never played the original one. So I was looking at that and people are all like running to the direct spot. I'm like, I wouldn't know where to go. So I was just thinking in my head, if I was playing in this thing, if I lost any of those main rounds, I'd probably be out. Like I just couldn't do the rest. But the main games I could play, but
I got so mad when Cosmo beat Aaron at Balloon Fighter, the Balloon Trip mode, by like 200 points. Like literally like a second and a half he beat him by.
oh, Balloon Fight, that was a good game.
That was a really good game to show
That was a good
off,
game
yeah.
to show.
Yeah,
Not
but again,
not to show as in reveal, but I mean like to play. Or whatever.
all their choices were good pretty much.
Oh, and okay, so wait. Let's start off from the beginning. We had Splatoon.
Yep.
That's like apparently now it's like my game. I guess. I love that game.
Yeah.
Um,
After you hated on it for so long, which I still think is funny.
Treehouse Man. They still bother me. Anyway, um, so they played that. I just didn't like how we couldn't see who was who. They
Yeah,
just
I wish
labeled
they,
them as, like,
I wish they
player
put like the
one.
names, like they did that later. You could tell like they kind of did it on the fly because like the names weren't like
Yeah, I know.
especially graphic or just like it was
Yeah.
kind of like someone took like white.
I was really
text.
hoping to see who was like the good player out of half these things, and like I just couldn't tell.
Yeah, I got worried like, oh no, did he lose? Oh wait, no, that was the winning team. Oh, thank
That's
God.
the thing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. So,
And like
that was-
they had Mini Wheat, that presenter's son, and his only good line was, "I have a question for you. Are you a kid or are you a squid?" He was
okay.
horrible.
Wait, really?
What?
You admit it?
The little kid?
You didn't like him?
No.
Yo, you were getting on me like you liked them or something.
Mini Wheat? No, I hated Mini Wheat.
I hate. I use the same exact
Again, it was cute. I know what they were doing, and it was probably a personal favor to the guy who
because it was his son.
exactly. But like, I'm just glad they only kept him for Splatoon.
No, didn't you see they brought him back?
No, they didn't.
Not for a main thing, but you know how like on the side when they play other things on like GameSpot and all that stuff.
Oh, I didn't watch any of that shit.
Oh, I watched that, but like he was like featured on. I'm like, give me a break. Like
I'm Mini Wheat. I'm Putt Putt.
he's literally just a 10-year-old kid. That he looks nothing like his dad whatsoever.
Yeah,
which,
it's probably an adoption.
that's what I thought. But um, not that that's anything bad
It
at
is,
all.
but
No,
JK,
I don't think it's bad.
JK.
It better be a JK.
Mm-hmm.
God. So yeah, the whole mini wheat thing, that really bothered me.
Yeah.
I'd really just prefer someone that actually knew the game better and could present better, and that was probably like an actual real gamer that I could somewhat associate with at all.
Yeah.
Um, he didn't add anything really.
Oh, yeah, he was just, again, it was, I get what they were trying to do. It was cute, blah, blah. Just, no thank you. Not for that kind of setting.
No. Anyway,
But they had Splatoon. They
it's
had,
Splatoon. Then they went to what was the second game they went to? Was it that? Was that Metroid soccer thing? I feel like that was the third one.
let me try to bring up what they did exactly.
I can't remember the order. I'm trying to look it up too. Technical difficulties. No.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
They did the qualifyings were Splatoon, Legend of Zelda, Metroid Prime Federation Force, which was that stupid soccer game, Super Metroid, Mario Kart 8, Balloon Fight, Smash Bros, and then it ended off with Super Mario Maker, which was the best
Stop
thing
skipping.
ever.
Man, you get on me for skipping.
I didn't
Hold
skip. I didn't skip anything. I went in order.
Let's talk about the Metroid soccer game.
No,
I honestly
it
think
looks bad.
the graphics look terrible.
It looks horrible. That game should.
But the only thing I'll say that's actually redeeming about it, it looks like it's a fun little mini game to play that I might pay like
No, Josh, it's a full-length 3DS game, and
No, I know.
that mode they showed was like a smaller sub game in the game.
I know. I'm saying if that was its own game, mini game thing, I might pay like $5. I'm just saying. Just because I like sports stuff, man. It looks kind of cool. Because 3-on-3, you know, whatever. But the graphics look horrendous.
Yeah,
Um,
it
Anyway.
didn't look fun. It looks so blah.
yeah. So then we talked about the Metroid, all that stuff. We talked about Balloon Fight. Mario Kart 8, I thought the stage selection or course selection was fantastic, actually.
Yeah, and they did 200cc too, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Like they really were doing all the most difficult things, like for all the games. Like
It was also current.
yeah,
So I like that.
it was a good mix of like old games and new.
Yeah.
You got some Splatoon, you got some Zelda, you got some Metroid, Federation Force, you got some Super Metroid, some Mario Kart, some Balloon Fight. Like they went back and forth very well.
Yes, I thought it was very good. Mario Kart was nice to watch. Interesting that the guy used Wario and everything. It was actually doing pretty good. I don't know. But, of course, then the guy I know, the John Numbers guy, used Villager. I love Villager in that game. He just looks so adorable. I love Villager, man.
So do I.
I love Animal Crossing, man.
So do I. That's why the Nintendo conference hurt me so much.
um,
We'll get to that in a little bit.
I know. So, I'm not Ron Burgundy. I'm quoting you now.
You're not even quoting the movie. You're quoting Ken quoting the movie.
Yeah, exactly. So then they played Super Smash. Of course, you know.
Which we have to mention Hungry Box v Reggie.
No Johns.
Listen, when they started showing that trailer, it's like, oh, it's Reg. Like they showed like from last year with Hungry Box challenging Reggie. Like I'm gonna come back next year and kick your ass, kick your ass,
Oh
kick
my.
your ass.
Okay, you were probably loving that.
I was loving that, but here's the thing: why the hell did Reggie choose Ryu to fight? I understand, like, yeah, let's show off the new character we announced today. Reggie, he just came out. You had a full year to actually train and stand a fight.
I know.
He got knocked off right away and didn't know how to recover.
I know.
Again, it's Hungry Box. I knew he was gonna beat Reggie. I wanted Reggie to put up a fight. I wanted Reggie to use like his Mii and have like the Mii completely like tricked out, like with all like the extra stuff you can put on a Mii fighter.
Yeah.
And like just completely like, oh shit, he's actually strong. He used freaking Ryu, and it was.
So technically, they know it before it comes out. So like he would have more time.
But even still, his whole thing last year was, now the game's coming out on 3DS. I'll have a full year to play on the road and kick your ass. If Ryu has been able, it's even like a month for him to practice. It still is not enough time. And I really thought.
I think anyone could know how to come back on the stage.
A friend of mine really wanted to say that he was hoping that behind like the screen, like behind like the curtains, they had like Mewtwo King or someone
actually controlling
Reggie's character.
That would have been amazing, actually.
And like have Reggie just and then have like the reveal at the end, like.
And then he wins, and then he yells "No Johns."
Exactly.
I just love that line. I don't know why. I found it really funny. Like I was just cracking up.
You know what No Johns is, right?
Isn't it just like no more to say about it or something?
No.
Really?
No, it means no excuses.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
No more to say. It's like, yeah, it's done. You know.
Yeah, it's a famous phrase that's been used in Smash Bros. Since like Melee days.
So I just thought that was hilarious. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that it was Johns and just I don't know.
No Johns.
That actually made me respect Reggie more. I thought he was the man at the moment.
I love Reggie. Reggie can do no wrong to me.
I'm starting to come around on him.
Good.
I was more neutral towards him. I was like, he doesn't do much, but he's just kind of there for entertainment value. But I see that he tries now. I can see it. So, I like him.
Yep.
And anyway.
We ended things off with Mario Maker. Which was
Ken,
perfect.
Let me tell you that. So the other day when I went to Nintendo World, we're trying for that pin thing, right?
Yeah.
First of all, the line, horrendous. And then I tried going back the next day, even worse. And it was a later time. I was like, maybe people want to actually eat dinner. No. So, because I was there then around like 6:30. I'm like, maybe. And no, not even close. Yeah. So the one thing though, I get caught up in the moment when I'm at Nintendo World, man. I don't know what it is. You told me this pin thing. So I asked about the pins to some lady that was working there. And she's like, oh, but you get 7 pins if you reserve Mario Maker or something.
Oh.
I was like, really? So, next thing you know, I'm not proud of this. I fully reserved Mario Maker and got the 7 pins.
Joshy, you got the pins for me too, right?
No. Those are different pins.
Josh, you reserved a copy of the game for me too and got the pins for me, right?
No.
Joshy, why don't you tell me what these...
It was 2 days ago.
Why didn't you tell me, saying, Kenneth, there's 7 pins if you reserve the game. Want me to reserve the game for you and I'll pay you back and you can pay me back?
That would have been a smarter option.
I'm going to murder you. You honestly, are dead to me on so many levels.
Okay, really though, real talk here. I'm remembering the situation. I had literally 10 minutes. Because now I'm remembering the day. It was Wednesday, actually, that I was there first time.
It doesn't take... It doesn't take a second longer to say, can I reserve 2 copies?
No, I know. For some reason, that thought didn't cross my head. It should have, honestly. Whatever. You'll be surprised. I got you something. But anyway.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's right. So don't be mad at me.
What'd you get me?
I didn't get you the pins. But
what'd you get me then?
I can't tell you.
Why?
Fine, I'll tell you. So we mentioned it last time on here. Very briefly. You even mentioned a size.
No!
I got you the 1990 whatever World Championship t-shirt in double XL.
I'm so happy.
If you want it tonight, it's here. Like, it's at my house. Like, I have
All right,
it.
thank you for listening to JK Podcast. If you can't see it.
Welcome to the J Podcast. It's the cool crab. Yeah, so Ken, if you're still somehow alive or there or anything, I have your shirt. I even have a gift receipt just in case it doesn't fit properly, because who knows when companies make shirts if they fit properly. I don't know. So anyway. So to go all the way back, we're talking about Mario Maker. So now they actually changed the name. It's now Super Mario Maker to make it even better. It's they showed it off a lot last year, but I don't think we really mentioned it at all on here. But it was the final round of the championship, and it's a game where you literally are the creator of Mario games. So it's like, now you kind of wonder where they're going to go from here, because now if they make a new Mario, it's like, I could have made that myself. So that'll be interesting. I hear Ken. I hear his car starting. He's leaving. Oh my god. Ken has left the house. Anyway, so to continue on the Mario Maker.
Sorry.
Ken, you're here.
Super Mario Maker.
Yeah, so they actually showed off that there are more than, they originally showed it off and there were 2 different modes. It was like you can do the Wii version of Super Mario Brothers or the original one.
Well, they
You
showed
can
off.
actually have all 4 now.
They showed that off last year.
Did they show off all 4 though?
Yep.
I thought they only showed 2.
Nope, they showed them all.
Well, either way, if you didn't know, they have all 4 options. They have the different kinds of styles that Mario's had over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make some crazy things in that game. Because you make things that you've never even seen. Like, you can just pile on enemies on each other.
You can combine things. You can put Bowser and Koopa carts. You can put Goombas
You can
underwater.
have a helmet now
Several helmets.
that block, like, projectiles from the top.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool.
You could control Lakitu's cloud.
Yeah.
Like
and
not-
the clown car thing, too.
Yep.
It's actually
heat-seeking
bullet bills.
You can put fly. You can make any enemy fly if you want now,
And you can make any enemy bigger if you drag like a mushroom to them.
and like you can like shake them and change their forms around
Yeah,
into different
you shake,
things.
and it becomes like a different style Koopa, whatever.
I am so excited for that game. You have
Also,
no idea.
Well, Ken, did you see? Well, obviously you saw it, but the stilettos.
Yes, the different boots and shoes.
Oh my god! Like, is that in a Mario game?
In Mario 3, you use the green boot, but now they've made a bunch of other shoes for this game.
It was like red high heels going on.
Yep.
Like, oh my god!
They have red high heels. They had sneakers. There's a bunch of different shoes you can use now.
That was so cool.
One of my
I just want to level with that. Like, I want to sit in one of those things.
One of my favorite things they showed off was the amiibo functionality.
I was waiting for you to jump on that.
You can
turns
tap.
it into the special.
You can tap any
no.
amiibo.
Oh, wait. Forget about that part. Wait, can we mention the special 30th anniversary one? The 8-bit Mario?
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we talk about Nintendo's conference. But
Okay, fine.
let's just move into Nintendo's conference. Let's just start with Mario
Well,
Maker.
okay, so let's wrap up the World Championship.
John Numbers 1.
John
yay.
Numbers, the guy from Stony Brook who actually lives in the city apparently, but I didn't know that. But then I was talking to the guy at Nintendo World when I was reserving Mario Maker. I'm thinking about it, like he's talking to me. I'm like, I only have 10 minutes. Oh my god. But he was talking to me about it as we were checking out, and he's like, oh, he comes here a lot actually. I'm like, I mean, I guess it didn't surprise me, but. And he's like, he was saying he's from the city. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I went to school with him. And he's like, oh, really? That's cool. So anyway, So he won the tournament. He did a great job. He played the last thing very well, actually.
He beat Cosmo, which I was very happy about, because I hate Cosmo.
Oh, do you? Oh, because he beat out your man.
Yep. Otherwise, Cosmo's a pretty nice guy, but he beat Aaron by like 100 points, so I'm pissed. Because Aaron could have won that, because Aaron's really good at Mario.
Well, so now you get to root for my guy. My guy won.
Yes, he did. And then like Shigeru Miyamoto came out and gave him a trophy and a signed new 3DS XL.
That was cool.
Which was really funny because there was a meme on Reddit where it's like, gives you a new 3DS XL, still no charger.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, oh, Josh, you would like that.
Oh, I was loving that. Oh.
The creator of Mario gives you a 3DS XL, no charger.
Also, I thought was really funny. Another one of those kinds of things. I don't think it was made into a meme, but people were saying it, and I thought it was just hilarious. Um, the translator and everything, basically, he was saying how he wanted to now present him with the biggest award, whatever. But he was busy designing his signature and all that stuff. He didn't even touch that thing
Yeah,
the entire time,
yeah.
which I thought was funny. And then I kept thinking that someone was going to drop one of those 3DSs with all the hands
Oh
going up
my
and all stuff.
god.
I was sitting there. I'm like, don't drop that. Don't drop that. But those look really nice. And I mean, those are like not priceless, but they're expensive, man. Like if you wanted to sell that thing, like that's rare, like obviously. So
Yeah.
really nice prizes.
Yeah, the Nintendo World Championship as a whole was like a great thing, and I hope they do it again next year.
I thought that was a fantastic event.
Yeah.
Um,
It was really amazing.
yes, I got really hyped for Nintendo's conference. I had I had like I was working like a half day that day. So I was at home, I was sitting there, and I was ready at 12. I had that thing up on Twitch. I'm like, let's do this. And I was like, it's starting off okay. New Star Fox. I'm like, I never played that. I'm never into that game. Okay, whatever. And I'm like, it's gonna get better. Not really. It just. Eh.
I mean, okay. So we're talking about Nintendo's conference now, so we're
Yeah.
past all everything.
Well, they're direct,
They're
basically.
they're directly to you.
Yeah.
Um,
Which, wait, can we talk about then how do you feel about that versus actually on stage?
I think it's better for Nintendo.
Okay.
Other companies I'd be mad about. It's good for Nintendo.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like
I was just curious.
Like the
I don't really have much of an opinion myself.
the whole puppet thing they did was really funny to me. I loved that.
I thought it was cool, but then I thought half the stuff they were doing would actually relate to something they were showing.
Well, Reggie started off saying that the entire theme for this year's E3 was transformation.
Yeah,
So it's like they were transformed to puppets and they transformed to Star Fox characters.
but they showed
and the Star
Miyamoto
Fox-
with DK stuff, and they really didn't show DK except for that stupid
No, they didn't.
Skylander thing. But I
DK
think
wait,
you would love that.
DK stuff.
Yeah?
No,
What?
Miyamoto was in a Mario room. He popped out of a pipe.
Who's the other guy? Iwata
Iwata was just sitting in his office.
with bananas.
No, that's a joke to a previous thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with Donkey Kong.
Oh. Well, then I got hyped for no reason. Okay. That explains.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, so it started off with Star Fox. We knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty. Doesn't look that original.
You know, it looks pretty because it's so, like, minimalist. But, like,
Yeah, it's
when
not.
you actually look at it, there's not much to it.
It's not graphically intensive. It's really polished for a Nintendo game.
Which I would have hoped they'd go heavier on the graphics for that type of game.
Yeah.
But did you hear a lot of the reasons why they
No.
could? Because the whole thing is that they
Oh
push...
yeah, it's running at 60 FPS on both the Wii U gamepad
Exactly.
and the TV.
So in order to sync it up with a gamepad, which is only a 720 screen...
They had to lower things down, but also push it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense because it looked really nice, and you're gonna be looking at the gamepad a lot. So I'd rather they do that than like make the gamepad shitty, I guess.
Yeah, but then people are saying, I don't like how they use the gamepad in it. I think the controls seem kind of awkward.
I gotta try it for myself before I judge. It looked a little awkward, but who knows? I think it actually might work really well because if it's anything like the remake they did for the 3DS, it worked perfectly on that. But yeah, again, Star Fox doesn't look like I'm gonna buy it, but I'm not like incredibly hyped about it.
Are you gonna buy it?
Yeah,
Do you usually play those games?
I love Star Fox. I just wish I saw more. Like, they didn't show me like enough, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I watched... Well, the thing is then, I watched a ton of the Treehouse footage stuff of them playing things.
Yeah, I watched all the Treehouse stuff.
I didn't like Star Fox looking at all that. I just didn't think... It's a stupid motion eye or whatever they call it, direct eye or something, where then you got to look at the gamepad and the special thing and look around. I'm like, eh.
Yeah,
It seemed too gimmicky, actually.
we'll see. But yeah, moving on from that.
Yep.
So they showed off that. They showed off the new Skylanders game, Skylanders Superchargers, with Bowser and Donkey Kong compatible amiibo slash Skylanders.
That's the thing I knew you'd be all over that. Really?
Here's the thing. I was super excited when they first showed them off. Did you hear how you get them?
No.
Bowser comes with the starter kit for the Wii U version.
Huh.
Donkey Kong comes with the starter kit for the 3DS version. They are not being sold separately.
Time to look on eBay.
That's the thing. I had to drop $75 and $60 for each of those amiibo.
Oh, are they out already?
No. But like, they will only be in the starter packs.
No, I'm saying so. Maybe someone's selling it separately on eBay at some point.
Hopefully, that's what I have to bank on. But otherwise, I'm probably gonna buy the Wii U version anyway. Actually,
it actually, honestly, I've never played those games before, but it didn't look half bad.
I still have the old one that Activision sent me a while ago.
That's what I thought.
I never played it though.
Man, they send it to you. You don't even do them.
I know. I feel bad about it, and they haven't contacted me since. So,
well, it doesn't shock me at all because they're like, we send this kid Ken a game, and the man doesn't even get back to us on it.
If I play the game again, they didn't give me a time frame. Just they said play it when you can. So,
well, it doesn't mean wait like 2 years.
We'll
be like, now I have time.
But yeah, so that's the thing. Again, the Skylander amiibos look really cool. I love the idea. Just I wish they were easier to get.
Yeah.
Then they showed off the Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, which that actually looks pretty cool.
It doesn't look bad, but the graphics look kind of bad.
Well, it's using the Link Between Worlds engine, which actually looked really beautiful.
But the graphics didn't look that great to me.
I thought they did.
I gotta play it for myself. It was at Nintendo World to play, but obviously I'm not waiting.
The problem every time they show a 3DS game, they blow it up on like a big screen.
I know.
It kind of stretches out the graphics.
I know.
On the 3DS themselves, it always looks so much better.
I need to get my hands on it to see it. I like Zelda games and all, but I don't know. The fact that the whole game is co-op based, even though technically you play by yourself and you control all three, which might be really annoying.
It's basically Four Swords Adventure minus one person.
I never played Four Swords that much.
Oh, Four Swords is a lot of fun.
I don't know. I never got into it. Like, I tried. I just didn't like the format of it. So I don't know if I'm going to like this game because it's a similar format.
I'm definitely picking it up, so we'll see.
Well,
come on, you, me, and Pete playing together for.
Do you know how much trolling that would be?
Exactly. It'd be amazing.
Ugh. Now, I don't know. That's what I hate about those co-op games because someone's going to shoot someone else, like, in whatever, and someone's going to throw someone off the ledge. And
now, only if we could record.
Well, technically you could if you spend $250.
No, not worth it.
Or you could hold your camera over the thing and mount it on a tripod and just...
Oh, actually...
I mean, maybe.
It wouldn't be the best... we'll think about it.
Something.
We'll think about it.
Try it.
Then they showed off Hyrule Warrior Legends for the 3DS. It's a 3DS remake of Hyrule Warriors.
With some little added thing.
With some Wind Waker stuff. And if you buy the 3DS game, you get the Wind Waker characters in the Wii U version. So, Then they showed off Metro...
Weren't you the one that you wanted to pick up Hyrule Legends?
Well, I got Hyrule Warriors, and I love Hyrule Warriors. Just, I already...
No, I meant the Warriors, yeah.
Yeah, no, Hyrule Warriors... Yeah, it's amazing. It's so much fun.
I've played it, no. But you also never played Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, but this is fun. I like this.
It's the same thing. I just don't like it. But
I like this because it's Nintendo themed.
Whatever. You're allowed to like your thing. Whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
You're not. Metroid Prime Federation Force. This got a lot of hate.
For good reason.
Because
or are you going to defend it?
No, I am going to hate this game. They invoke the name Metroid Prime. Mm-hmm. Metroid Prime is by far some of the best games Nintendo's ever come out with. How dare they attach Metroid Prime to a crappy co-op, bad graphic shooter with a freaking soccer game attached to it?
I said the soccer game could be kind of cool, but the graphics.
Did you watch the Treehouse play this game?
Oh, well, I was talking about it when they played the co-op thing,
The one guy was like, "What are you guys doing? Stop shooting me!"
which,
Blah.
first of all, I can see that being me. But next, that was just, it was horrendous. I was like, you could play any game out there with any form of co-op like that, and it'll at least be 5 times better.
Yeah, that game looks horrible.
I don't see the draw to it.
I will not be picking that up.
I hope not. Even if
Uh,
they try and give it to you for free, they'll be like, play this whenever you can. Send it back. Be like, I can't.
yep. No,
Just,
I probably would. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Oh, I'd keep it probably, but not play it. Uh,
no, it's supposed to, that'd be the difference,
yeah,
man.
I know. Next, they showed off Fire Emblem Fates. Again, a game we already knew about. And they showed off the same trailer that Japan got last month, except in English. So nothing great there.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. I'm gonna pick it up, but we already knew about it.
Yeah.
And they showed off the Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami Tensei game.
Still looks okay.
Again, awesome trailer. A game we knew about. A game they showed us like 2 months ago.
That's the thing. I've seen that trailer.
Exactly. Nothing new.
Yeah.
Then they showed us Xenoblade Chronicles X. Already
That
out,
should look pretty good.
already out in Japan though, and we've known about this now for 3 years. They've been showing this off for like 3 years now.
Oh, I know. But every time I see it, I'm like,
And yeah, it looks great, and it's coming out in December. And I'm really hyped for it, but again, it's nothing new.
Also, now seeing that whole Horizon, whatever that name is.
New Horizon. Oh,
No.
Horizon New Dawn.
Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. It's the most confusing name ever.
Gave me time, so I looked up. See, I'd rather play that one now than Xenoblade Chronicle, whatever, or Xenoblade X,
The only way I'll play X at this point is if Shulk's in it, which he's not going to be, so.
or just put someone in there without a shirt on. It's close enough.
That's not what I meant.
No, I know. Yeah. So
And then they showed off Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer.
hold on.
which-
They also showed off the other Animal Crossing before that. But
No.
we'll talk about it after.
No, Designer was first.
I don't know. Anyway,
But I have it up in front of me right now, trust me.
so the part that it wasn't what I wanted, but
Okay,
it was still good.
Happy Home Designer, when they first showed it off, it looked like, okay, that's a kind of cool idea. It's a way to sell the amiibo cards, yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Everything they showed at E3, it showed there's a lot more to that game than meets the eye.
Which we discussed that we're both in agreement. That
Yeah, that
looks like a great game.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the amiibo cards. I'm excited for that. But then they start off showing actual Animal Crossing amiibo, which right away I'm like, ooh, awesome, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They put Isabelle on the gamepad.
Yeah, man.
We see Isabelle walk out of the train station on an HD Wii U Animal Crossing,
Yeah,
and she goes right into a board game.
I know.
Ba-na-na-na.
I thought, Ken, that was like our moment. Like, I was gonna be the Scott White. If you're listening, you're welcome.
Hey, Scott. He's busy streaming a 24-hour Tales marathon today, so
Symphonia?
all the Tales games.
Oh. Anyway, so, yeah, I was literally gonna pick up the phone and just call you.
And then it was a amiibo game.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'll just text
Now
you.
here's the thing. After watching the Treehouse and like getting more information about it, first of all, the game is free.
What?
The game is free.
You know, because the thing is, I missed some of that stuff, like, recently,
here's the
so,
thing.
like, I didn't get to see that.
They didn't announce it in the direct. It was like a side comment during the Treehouse stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't get to watch all of it. So,
Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival is a free downloadable game. The only thing is you have to buy the amiibo to play.
you have to own all of them?
You need one per player. So
Okay,
if
so
like
you need to basically own all of them.
well, no, if you want to play by yourself, you need one amiibo. If your friends come over, tell them to bring their amiibo. That's how they're treating the game.
At least in my house, the four of us would play the game. So,
Yeah, so you have
I
to buy,
gotta
you have to buy
four.
4 of them. If you buy 4, that equals to about the cost of the game.
Clever.
That's how they're doing it. And it's not just a board game. That's one game mode.
Oh.
There's apparently about 15 or 20 different game things.
Now I'm more excited for
It's
this
apparently
game.
it's apparently a much bigger game than just the Mario Party-esque board games.
You know, they're doing what they did for the home designer thing. They show off a little part, and I'm like, that's nice. And then they're like, oh yeah, but there's a whole other, like, better part of it. Mm-hmm. So,
And Happy
okay.
Home Designer comes out in September. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival comes out in December or November.
Yep,
It's a
holiday time, kind of.
Which again, glad to see it. Wish it was an actual HD.
That's the thing, like,
Wii U.
I was very happy to see Animal Crossing content, because we both love that series.
Yeah.
But I was really hoping for the game, man. The real game.
They gave us 2 games, neither one we really wanted.
No.
But we're both very optimistic about both of them, and I'm definitely getting them both. So.
Yeah.
Then they showed off more Yoshi's Woolly World. Looks amazing.
I think that's one of the best games that they have graphics-wise.
I don't know why that Europe gets it next week, and we're not getting into the fall, but whatever.
Don't you know that whole, those people in French, they love their Yoshi?
Okay.
Pete's French? No, he's not. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but they're like, Europe, we've never given you anything first, so we will give you Yoshi's Woolly World.
Did you hear about the issue with the Yoshi amiibos in Europe?
Someone stole those again?
No, kind of.
Really?
The same people that stole the truck of Splatoon amiibos, they found the warehouse where the Yarn Yoshi amiibos were, and they tore them all to shreds.
Can't they, arrest these people?
If they catch them.
Wow.
So there's a great, amiibo killer in Europe right now.
Well, that's a better problem to have than killing actual people.
Yeah. Well,
But,
moving on,
wow.
then they showed a Yokai Watch.
Wait, hold on. I want that amiibo, man.
We're going to talk about all the amiibos, in a minute, because we're going to go back to Super Mario Maker at the end and talk about them all.
Ooh.
So Yokai Watch.
Lol.
It's the new Pokemon in Japan.
Lol.
Yep.
That's all I have to say.
Yep.
Lol.
Again, if you see a pattern in the way me and Josh are talking, none of these games really oh my god, they announced blah, blah, blah. It's all been yeah, huh, cool, blah, blah, yeah, eh. And that's Nintendo's entire conference at this point. It was just all eh.
Yeah, I saw the Yokai Watch thing. The Treehouse people were playing it and explaining it. I'm like, this is a worse version of Pokemon.
Yep.
That's all it is. I was trying to look for that. Oh, that's kind of really unique and cool. No. The only different thing, first of all, you don't even catch them. You hold up your stylus to the screen and follow them around as they try and run away from you.
Well, you suck them into your watch and you can release them.
Yeah, it's just and the battling system doesn't look great.
Yeah, again, that's gonna.
It's a very generic battling system.
Yeah.
That I'm never the biggest fan of, honestly. It's not a good game, in my opinion.
Then they showed off. This one actually got me pretty excited. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam.
Ah, yes.
It's a Mario and Luigi style game mixed with Paper Mario elements.
See, now I was a little bit underwhelmed just at the fact that I kind of like those separate. It's one of those things where it's always wow, I wonder if they'd combine this and this, but that one I'm eh.
No, but here's my theory. The company that made Paper Mario 1 and 2, they're currently working on a project, which is pretty much confirmed to be a Wii U Paper Mario.
Ooh.
So right now, the company that does the Mario Luigi games, they're making a new Mario Luigi game, and they're incorporating Paper Mario. So if this game does well, it drives with the Paper Mario the hype, and then boom, next year show off Paper Mario Wii U.
Well, I guess I'm buying this game then.
You loved him in Paper Jam, now you'll love him on the Wii U.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad game at all. I think it looks like a good game.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited for this actually.
I just think it's a little confusing now. You have 3 people to control.
Yeah, it's ABY now.
The part where the guy was just going around and trying to jump up those little steps in the world, just whatever, normal, oh, you press the AB, just jump over quick. You have to go over to Y. It's a little
bit, but that's always been a component of the Mario Luigi games.
I know, but now that you have 3, it's kind of
I guess.
But it looks nice.
Yeah, that looks really good.
No complaints. That's a great series, both.
Mm-hmm.
So should be good. I'll probably get it.
Then they showed off the best sports game of E3, Mario Tennis, Ultra Smash.
Honestly, I think NBA 2K16, but people don't like the name Ultra Smash.
Yeah, it sounds like Smash Bros. And Ultra Smash, not Super Smash. It sounds weird.
Yeah, but it looks like a good game.
Yeah.
It looks like standard Mario Tennis.
Again, nothing crazy exciting, but looks good.
I'll probably get it. I'll think about it at least.
And then and they finished off again with Super Mario Maker. And during the entire conference, they announced a shit ton of amiibos. They showed off there's going to be 100 Animal Crossing amiibo cards, for the first series. So there will be more, but they're starting off with 100.
Yeah.
There are the 3 Yarn Yoshi amiibos.
Mm-hmm.
There are the 1, 2, 3, 4. They're the 8 Animal Crossing actual amiibo figures.
They have 8 of them?
Yep. They showed off 4 in the direct and then 4 more in the treehouse.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up now. Interesting. Okay, keep going.
They showed off more Smash Bros. Ones, including the Mii Fighters and the Game & Watch figure, which is interchangeable Game & Watches.
Yeah, that I still haven't looked into that yet. That sounds interesting.
It's very cool, but I'm going to need to buy Game & Watch 4 times in order to display them all 4 at the same time.
Oof, that gets expensive.
They showed off the Rob amiibo is going to be gray as like the NES in North America, and have his white and red color scheme for the Famicom in Japan.
So you're getting the Japanese one off eBay or Amazon?
I'm gonna need to import the Japanese one.
I mean, you're like the biggest Rob fan I've ever known.
Yeah.
I mean, I could care less about Rob, but you're like, my God.
They showed off more of the Chibi Robo amiibo.
You're gonna get it, but you're not gonna like it.
They showed off.
It's one of those you're like, I need it for the collection, but
Chibi Robo's kind of cute.
The game actually
Doesn't look bad.
The game style, like the way you play it, looks like it is probably a decent game.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't pay full price for it.
Yeah.
The graphics look terrible.
A little bit. It's a 3DS game, so.
I know, but anyway. So yeah, they had the Chibi Robo amiibo.
And then they showed off the Super Mario 30th Anniversary amiibo.
8-bit.
Which is a giant amiibo, by the way. Like, I don't know if you saw the size comparison. It's like double the size of the other amiibo.
Ooh. And it's got even the warp pipe on it?
Yep. And it comes in 2 colors. It comes in the classic, like, NES color palette.
Yeah.
And it comes in, like, a brightened, like, bright red, bright blue, like, Super Mario color palette.
And you're getting both.
Yeah, boy!
And I looked up the Animal Crossing amiibos. Mm-hmm. They look nice.
Yeah, they look really nice, actually. Again, Nintendo has gotten better, like, in terms of the quality of the amiibos, they've gotten a lot better since that first wave.
I know you're getting, like, 85 of those Isabelle ones.
89, actually.
Oh.
Actually, it's Coral Blue number.
Ooh. You have one, like, the second you walk in your room, then you have one at your desk, then you have one next to your bed.
I have one at work, one on my dashboard.
You have one in your bed.
One in my pocket at all times I can take out with me.
You put one on a necklace, you put one on a ring.
When I propose to someone, it's a ring box with
You accept my Isabelle amiibo.
It's an Isabelle holding up the ring.
Well, actually, that's right. She's holding up her hand. And
exactly.
Wow, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. So I'm, again, like all the amiibo stuff. Say what you want about amiibos. I'm excited for the amiibo stuff.
Hey, well, it's good.
But those Animal Crossing cards are going to be the death of me. I can already tell.
Because
they still didn't mention how much they are or how they're being sold.
Yeah.
And if it's like packs and they're like $5 a pack for one card, I'm going to kill someone.
There's no way you could do it then.
There's no way. Yeah, I would literally.
It's too much money, man.
You've
got to come to reality at some point. Then
$5 a card times 500, like times 100.
It's not worth.
Ugh.
It's not worth it, Ken. I'm sorry to break it to you.
No, I know. I'm hoping it's like a pack of 10 for $5.
Yeah. Okay.
That way, it's like $50 total.
Yeah, but then is that pack going to contain them all, or are they random?
They'll probably be random, but then you start trading with Pete and stuff like that, and then
it's only one person.
I know.
You'd be like, yo, we got the same stuff already.
You can totally see during like Comic-Con and stuff like that. There's gonna be like amiibo trading card areas now.
Oh, well, duh. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get a couple, get the ones I want. That's it. But
yeah. And like they showed all the amiibo functionality in Mario Maker.
Yes. So
pretty much every single. Go ahead. You can say it.
I want to start with the 8-bit one really quick. So the 8-bit one changes everything slightly to like more Mario-esque. If somehow you can get more Mario-esque in a Mario game, they somehow did it. So
yeah, it turns into that old Mario style.
The Mario gets even bigger and can break everything like the really like giant mushroom.
Yeah,
I think actually it is just the giant mushroom.
Yeah, that's what it is. It gives you a giant mushroom.
Okay.
and it turns the screen into a lower res
Yep.
TV, like a CRT
And
TV.
all the enemies, like the Goombas, have like a mustache and
Yeah,
everything, and they have
mustache,
hat.
googly eyes, hats, like all sorts of stuff.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's not like super practical, but it looks
it looks
fun.
hilarious.
Yeah. The other ones though, you can put them into these mystery blocks,
The costume Mario blocks.
and it literally just turns him into whoever you put on there. And I think it works with what, all of them?
Every single amiibo.
Yo, I'm putting that Splatoon one on there, man. I'm putting the squid.
Splatoon works, Isabelle works, Wii Fit Trainer works, Marth works, Luigi. They showed so many.
Yeah,
And
that
like
was
and
that was
during
really cool.
during the treehouse, they put one on the gamepad, and a giant screen popped up of over 100 plus boxes, and like it checked off like the Wii Fit Trainer box, like it like filled up the slot. So
Ooh.
I don't know how many they have planned, but it looks like that's extensive.
Wow, okay, because I didn't see that, so that sounds interesting.
Yeah,
Wow. So it's a nice little feature to add in there. But it's weird. Super Mario Maker is like one of those games that it's like you just gotta get because everyone wants to make their own little Mario game, and you get to share your levels, and so with all that customization too, with all that stuff, having amiibo functionality, I mean they're hitting a home run on that one, I think.
absolutely. And again, it makes like all these amiibo that I bought back in like November and December, they still have a use all this time down the line.
Yeah. So sounds all good in your amiibo world, Ken.
Yeah, it's a good time to be a fan.
Speaking about that, I mentioned last time that I was trying to win the gold one, I believe. I mentioned on here. I don't know if I did.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
I lost. But this ended up being where the guy he bought it for like $50. I'm
Not
like,
worth it.
that's the thing. How much do you think the gold one is realistically worth, aside from its actual selling price?
Oh, how much is more than $50?
Well, but what would you pay for it?
I haven't paid above cost price for any of these.
Yeah,
The most I would go up to would probably be $50.
because I've been debating because I'm like that one. Are they still selling the silver one?
Yes.
But they're not really selling the gold one ever again.
Correct. The old one's gone.
So I'm like, it's limited. I love limited edition stuff.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm like, maybe I should just get it. And I've been trying to win some on eBay. They're just too out of my price range. There's this other app that's sort of like eBay. And
Yeah, you were talking about it last time.
yeah, and there's one that some guy put up just today. And he put it where, including shipping, it'd be like $39. And I was like, eh. So I tried to talk this guy down from $39 for this thing to 30.
Okay.
So I was like, maybe I should have done 25. The way it'll meet me more where I'd want to be. Thinking about it in hindsight now. But he was like, the lowest I can do is 35, including everything. I was like, is 35 worth it? It's hard to find it anywhere cheaper.
I don't know, dude. It's really whatever you feel comfortable paying at that point.
I know, but it's limited, and I like limited things.
Yeah.
And
Well, as a whole, what do you think of Nintendo's conference? I think it's safe to say that you and me and the entire internet were very underwhelmed with how they performed.
yeah, we are representing the internet right now.
And really,
And
really, it was because they just everything we saw. Like, just going down the list really quickly, we knew that Star Fox was coming. We knew Hyrule Warriors was coming because that got leaked. We didn't know about Triforce Heroes. So that was pretty cool. We didn't care about Metroid Prime because that sucked ass. We knew Fire Emblem was coming. We knew Xenoblade was coming. We knew Shin Megami Tensei was coming. We knew Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer was coming. They gave us Animal Crossing Eagle Festival. We didn't want it, but we got it. We knew Yoshi's Woolly World was coming. We knew Yokai World Watch was coming. Paper Jam was new. That was cool. Ultra Smash was cool, but again, not big. And Super Mario Maker, we knew was coming. Again, it was just we knew a lot that was coming. And granted, these are all coming out this holiday / beginning of next year, which is what they were trying to do. But like,
Yep.
where was Zelda Wii U? Where was the next Animal Crossing game? Where were these? Where's Retro's new game?
and
Where
everyone was going crazy. No Pokemon. The
no
whole
Pokemon?
time. But
Exactly.
I didn't expect it.
Neither
But
did I. But
I don't know. Yeah, it was the big things we wanted. It just wasn't there. And the
Yeah,
stuff they showed was either repetitive, maybe kind of cool, but nothing like super stood out.
yeah,
And I don't know, it was just it
yeah.
was okay.
All right, we've been going pretty long in this show so far. There are still two other conferences. There was Square Enix and the PC Gaming Show. Square Enix was the one that I thought was the worst because they had horrible, horrible presentation skills. The only thing they showed that I was excited for, they showed off Kingdom Hearts 3. They showed a new trailer, and I blew my pants away. And there was the PC Gaming Show.
Well, apparently it's not hard to do because apparently a belt doesn't work. But
You. And there's the PC Gaming Show. It was a very good show. Like the host was funny, and like all the stuff they showed, it was really interesting.
wait, was Gabe Newell even there?
No, Square. Valve didn't show up at all.
Well, he showed up all over the chat. I'll tell you
Everyone
that.
thought that Gabe was going to show up, but he didn't. But otherwise, the PC Gaming Show was still very fun to watch, and not as cringeworthy and horrible and boring as the Square conference. So overall, I think Sony won, followed by Microsoft, followed by Nintendo, followed by Ubisoft, followed by EA, followed by the PC Gaming Show, followed by Square.
God, I can't remember all these to list. I think personally,
You don't
Microsoft.
tell us them all. Just your winner and your loser.
I think Microsoft won, but Sony was either tied, so like Sony won two, or they were just below because I thought they both did a really good job in what they wanted to try and accomplish.
Hmm.
Um, I think the worst for me was EA,
Yeah.
but Nintendo was a close bottom
Again, just
one
we are
two.
from listening to our show. We're big Nintendo fans.
Yeah.
We expected so much more from them, and so
I
did
think that's part of the problem.
and so did
'Cause
the entire
the fact that
internet.
we love it so much is that we had such high hopes for it.
Yeah.
But, I don't think it was too much to ask for an Animal Crossing game when they put out the Animal Crossing Plaza almost setting up an Animal Crossing game for 2015 for the
Yeah,
Wii.
they had full HD Wii U graphic Animal
Which I
Crossing
went on to that
characters.
the other day, actually, just because.
Well, it's gone now, isn't it?
No, it's that you can't get it anymore,
Yeah.
and you can't do anything really with it,
Yeah.
but it's still there. So, like,
Okay.
I went into it and I was, like, going around it again. I was curious. But, like, it would be so good. It's killing me, Ken. So, yeah, it was disappointing from Nintendo. Um, I did like what I saw from Microsoft and Sony. The problem is for me, I don't personally own either of those systems. I don't have the world of time or convenience to really play them. So, I don't know. So, practicality wise, it doesn't do too much for me. It was nice to see, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. For me, overall, like super overall, E3 was disappointing. Just because of games that I could actually buy and purchase and play and enjoy to the full extent. I didn't like it. I didn't see it. So,
Overall, it wasn't the best E3. I still think like a year or two ago or last year were a lot stronger.
hmm
But this was by no far a bad E3.
no, I wouldn't label it a bad E3, but I'm just saying it wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
So,
Again, lots of good stuff, just nothing coming out soon. Like all the best stuff is still such a long way away.
that's the thing. Even the things that looked incredible, whatever, it's at least until holiday, if not
Yeah.
next year at some point, and
Yeah.
maybe next year at holiday time. So, got a while, so hang in there, everyone. But and they better announce Animal Crossing Wii U on some sort of direct thing at some point this year.
Seriously.
That's all I'm saying.
I think we'll probably get Animal Crossing Wii U around the same around I think like June next year
Please,
because then it lines up exactly when New Leaf came out.
please.
I hope so. We'll see.
Also, everyone's now saying that the Wii U is dead because they said NX.
Oh yeah, the Wii U's dead. Like honestly, the new Zelda game, I'm pretty sure they pushed it back so it can be on NX.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, and Reggie said like we're not talking about NX until next year. So next E3 will all of you be like, here's our brand new console, the NX, and it's gonna work with backwards compatibility. It'll still play Wii U games, but it's gonna be like more of like a PS4, Xbox One, Super console, I think.
Now, here's the question: what are they going to do with the amiibos?
Still supported. Again, I think everything Wii U will still be supported. Just they're gonna go for a much, much more impressive system that can incorporate the third-party support they need.
But do you think they would still continue with amiibos into the NX?
Absolutely.
Like new ones
Absolutely.
and whatever?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I would think so.
I think amiibo is now a staple of, like, their industry.
If, honestly, they don't stick with it, that's a terrible business idea.
They're not giving up amiibo. It's making them so much money.
This is the only thing making them money at the moment. Pretty much, honestly.
Yeah.
Now Mario Maker is going to make them a ton of money. But they haven't had... Like, they had Super Smash Amiibo. That was carrying them. Now they're going to get Mario Maker. But they don't have, like, the millions of games that everyone's going out.
Yeah.
So...
Well, so this is officially our longest show ever.
8 hours. Oh, my God.
It's not 8
No.
hours.
Well, E3 lasted a long time, Ken.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff to cover this year.
And you didn't even watch it all. I didn't watch it all.
I watched it all.
No, you didn't watch the GameSpot extra stuff, whatever.
I watched.
That's
all,
what I'm saying.
I
Like,
watched all the main E3 stuff.
yeah, but I'm saying like the amount of E3 content, it's so much.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to talk about, naturally. And I mean, we could keep going on, and we'll be like, I don't know about this game. Or we could debate things all day.
I'm sure in the next 5 months we'll talk about more about, like, because there's going to be a Nintendo Direct next month, and then we'll find out more stuff. And
It'll be like, oh yeah, we forgot that we have Animal Crossing Wii U coming out today in store.
trollolololol.
If that was actually true, I will be calling you.
Yes,
You can quote me on that. Like, I will.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it here. It's recorded.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think this is good to end this off here, so we can finally like put E3 to rest. It was a good E3, not the best E3. Could have been worse. Nintendo, what the fuck happened to you?
So come back next year at this time to hear E3 2016 from our perspective.
Josh, where can they find our show?
You know what, Ken? They can find it on YouTube, which most of you are probably watching here. But you could also find it on iTunes, on their podcast section, which some of you might be watching from there too. So you can find it vice versa. On YouTube, it's on Kind King 01's channel. It is under the playlist that you can find accordingly or suitably titled the JK Podcast. Not too hard to find. On iTunes, you got to search either Ken O'Connor. If you want the spelling for that, it's probably in the description. I think you include your name somewhere in
Yes,
that
I do.
normally. And you can also try searching the JK Podcast. Exactly that. Have a fun time looking for it. You can try and pick it out by logo. Also, please, if you can, give any comments, whatever, on
Ratings and reviews.
on both, really.
Yeah.
Either or. We like to know if you're listening and what you like, what you don't like. If you don't like Ken, if you don't like me, I don't know how you wouldn't like me, but you know, no, I'm kidding. Or if you want us to talk about something, because we've been having a lot of features now. Like we've had the E3 feature now, we had the pre-E3, we had Steven Universe, we had Adventure Time. So you know, we're having Gravity Falls next week. So
Next week we're doing Gravity Falls. Good mentioning that.
yeah, so if you guys have requests of something, obviously not something ridiculous, but like something that, you know, you'd want to hear about and we take into consideration, we can dedicate a whole block to that. We'll study up on it. We'll watch whatever. Like, so let us know if you want something, get our opinion on it, or if you care about that at all.
Yeah.
But
Very well said, Josh. Very well said.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Well, until next time, I've been Ken O'Connor.
I'm Josh Brandon.
See you guys next episode of the JK Podcast. See ya.